A delightful morning to everyone. Surya Samvedna Pushpe Dipti Karunya Gandhani Labdva Shubha Navavarshesmin Kuryat Sarvasya Mangalam. Warm greetings and Happy New Year to today's keynote speaker, Dr. Atul Kedia, Dean, DJ Academy of Design, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, Dr. Meghna Bilarema, Director and FDP Coordinator, DYPIMR, Dr. Vishal Vadadkar, Associate Director, DYPIMR, Mahendra Patil Sir, Guru of Atul Kedia, and my dear colleagues and all faculty participants. I, Dr. Priyanka, extend my warm welcome to AICTE ATAL-sponsored 5 days faculty development program on design thinking to nurture creativity and innovation leading to entrepreneurship at advanced level, organized at DYPIMR. Now, we will have our traditional auspicious virtual lamp lighting ceremony as a tribute to Mother Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. So I request all dignitaries to join for virtual lamp lighting ceremony.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Management and Research, Pimpri, is a comprehensive and student-focused institute that works towards excellence in quality education, research, and entrepreneurial development. With this vision of excellence in education, institute was established in 1994. Since then, DYPIMR has grown exponentially to emerge as one of the top management education institutes across the globe. The institute offers the prestigious postgraduate degrees of Master of Business Administration MBA, MBA in Digital Marketing, and Masters of Computer Application programs to meet the need for high-dimensional executives. These courses are affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University. SPPU has honored the institute with the Best College Award. The institute has made its mark by excelling in academics and research, and it continues to grow as a center of excellence in management education and research. The MBA, A grade by NAC, ISO 9001-2015 and ISO 14001-2015 certifications are the testimony to our pursuit of excellence. With this brief introduction of our institute, now I take privilege to introduce our dynamic director, Dr. Meghna Bilarema, who believes success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency, hard work, dedication, which leads to success. Greatness will come. Ma'am is having more than 15 years of teaching experience. Her area of expertise are accounting and finance. She is the member of Board of Studies at SPPU. She has been the true inspiration and motivator for all of us at DYPIMR. Now, I request Meghna ma'am for welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Priyanka. Good morning, Atul Kedia sir, Mahendra Patel sir. We are really blessed to have you with us for this inaugural function, and it's really honor that you have joined us on this occasion. I welcome once again Dr. Atul Kedia sir, Dean DJ Academy of Design, all the participants from different parts of India and varied streams. On behalf of Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute, I express my sincere thanks to AICTE ATAL for sponsoring this FDP. And it's a pleasure to share with you all that almost more than 150 registrations are there for this FDP. In the month of June, we had hosted an elementary level FDP on the same topic, and in which the focus was on developing the basic understanding among the faculties to train the students and mentor them to take up to the entrepreneurship. But this advanced level FDP is designed to nurture creativity and innovation quotient among the learners and to develop the problem solving approach. The process of questioning the problem, questioning the assumptions, and questioning the assumptions. As we believe that design thinking is a mindset and not a toolkit or series of steps, and it acts as a glue which combines all the disciplines and these all the faculties need to develop, and that is why this FDP is on this topic. Design thinking is often referred to as out-of-box thinking, and in these 5 days FDP, we have ensured that teachers are equipped with all the skills and values required for guiding and mentoring the students to develop this approach and understand the process of this thought process. So these FDP sessions are on design thinking to generate innovative ideas, adapting design thinking to in startup, building framework, and many more are there. So in this 5 days journey with us, definitely there is going to be a lot of learning as we have sessions from industry experts and academic experts. And as it said that design is a thinking for improvement forever. So let's all be the contributors in this process for betterment of our students and society. And once again, I welcome you all to this FDP and really a heartfelt thank to you all for being a participant for this FDP. I wish you all a very informative and learning week ahead. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your kind words and giving insights to this FDP. In addition to that, I request all the participants kindly note that attendance would be monitored as per the screen time. Test will be conducted on the last day of FDP, that is 8 January. At the end of the last session, feedback link will be shared on WhatsApp group and chat box. Link will be open for 30 minutes. It is mandatory to fill the feedback. All participants are requested to put the questions in chat box. Last 15 minutes of each session will be Q&A session. Now, without taking too much time, I would like to introduce our first session speaker, Dr. Atul Kedia sir. Vidvattam dakshata शीलं संकारितुनु शीलनम शिक्षकस्य गुणाः सप्त सचेतस्त्वं प्रसन्नता. Scholar, expertise, humility, generosity, wise, and always in dhanam and happy are the virtue of a teacher. And today we are having Dr. Atul Kedia sir, who is perfect example of this code. Sir is Dean of DJ Academy of Design Thinking, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. He has PG in Industrial Design from IDC IIT Bombay. He has more than 35 years of rich experience in design, development, engineering, and research in academics as well as industry. For many years, he was holding a key position in VIP Industries Limited, Nashik. Under his leadership, the company could establish the position as one of the top design-driven company in the country. In academics, he was holding top position in SODS, that is School of Design Studies, University of Petroleum at Dehradun. He was also holding the position of director at Symbiosis Institute of Design in Pune. He has contributed immensely in establishing innovating image to brands like VIP and Princewear. In industry, he held key positions in the design and research function in India at Tata Autocom, VIP Industry, Broplast Ilgo, Prince Plastics, Gujarat Narmada Auto Limited, etc. He is an excellent trainer and has been nurturing creativity and innovations over the years with his vast field experience. More than hundreds of the successful designer engineers today have been trained under Sir's guidance. His area of interest are design management, design thinking, consumer durables, furniture, housewares, and plastic product design and development, and also innovations and creativity. He has 8 patents on his name as an innovator, and his professional work has received Engineering Achievement Award 1997 from Institute of Engineers India and prestigious national level Golden Peacock Innovation Award 2004 on behalf of VIP. Now, I would like to request Dr. Meghna Bilare ma'am, Director DYPIMR, to virtually felicitate our today's guest speaker, Dr. Atul Kedia sir. Thank you, ma'am. Sir, today we are very fortunate to have you with us to enlighten all academic fraternity on the topic design thinking to generate innovative ideas. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, welcome and good morning to everybody. I think you are able to listen to me.
Yes,
you are
sir.
able to see me.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
audible and visible properly.
Yeah, very good. Only thing is you will have to excuse me for the bit interruptions here and there because I'm running heavy cold and cough and things like that. If at all, I mean, there are any interruptions, please pardon me. And in any case, I would like to do my best. And coming to the presentation, I will just share the presentation. Everybody is able to see?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yes, sir. A kind of blank white page is visible to us.
Yes. It will not be blank now. It will start with the topic, which is art to part product development. I'm going to talk something which is the first art, that is the first sketch of any idea. From there, how to get a complete product and the total journey of product development. Now, this in any case is now, the introduction is already done, so I will not go through it. Coming to the word design, what is design? Everywhere, no, whenever you ask, everybody will have different definitions. What is design? I have also heard many definitions. I have gone through various literatures, various people. I have heard many people, and everybody talks about design in a little different way because it is very generic term. What is design? Some of the very few things which I like, which I just try to put over here. To design as a verb is to plan, to create, or to devise. As a noun, it has got a form and function, and it is actually the outcome of a process of designing. So any output which you give, no, it is called design, which is the outcome of the process. What is design? Now, in simple terms, no, if somebody wants to define, I have gone and read many things, but the best one which I liked, the most efficient, which is my own preference as a definition, is making things better for people. This is the simplest definition I have come across of design, and we have practiced also over the years. Earlier, we used to see these kind of automobiles on road. Today, things have changed. These are only examples, and the things are changing. No? Maybe in another 10 years, no, the road scenario may change. No, you will see different kind of designs. We used to see these kind of petrol pumps. And today, if you see this kind of petrol pump, you will not even enter into it. Because the design is changing. The things are changing. Be it a product or be it service or anything, the things are changing. Now, this is the sketch, the first sketch of a designer, no, which he can think of, that a car could be something like that. From there, we will go to the part. Now, from first sketch, the entire journey of a product launch, we will just try to cover. Though it is a big journey, it has got many processes and many things which cannot be actually addressed in this small presentation, because each and every step, many tools are there which actually require 2 to 3 days of the detailing of those. We will just touch upon those. What we will cover is the first thing is the design and development process. Just 1 minute. I got stuck. I'm sorry. It has started moving now. We will cover the process. We will cover the design tools. There are some tools which are used. The management of design, how the design is managed. There are various systems which are applied to the design process and things like that. Now, this will be a quick journey. The design process, if you talk about, the statement is design is an iterative process. It is never a thing, I have designed this and that is going to remain forever. It is not going to happen, because every day the things are changing, the designs are changing, the concepts are changing, the technology is changing, and hence design is always an iterative process. Now you may be wondering what is this, but when I show you the second slide, you will understand what is this. The one which you saw earlier is actually a 1945 Mercedes-Benz. But today you don't see this, because today what you see is the iterated product over the years, which is much more contemporary. Again, one more example, design is an iterative process. We have seen these kind of telephones, many of you might have used also. Things have changed over the years. We used to gate something with the QWERTY keyboard. And today you have these kind of phones. No cable, without cable. It is very surprising. You can connect to anybody, anywhere in this world. Earlier, it was not even thought of. Design is also evolutionary because it keeps changing. This is an example. Today we use the LED bulbs. If you go and want to buy those tungsten bulbs, they are not available even. And it has changed over the years. Design is a tool to create and innovate. It is a tool to relate to the surroundings. It is an answer to the problems we face, what we live in. Design is what we are. We are a design tool, because God is a creator who is our guru, and he has created us. Every mind is different. Every face is different. Everybody is different. We will go through, or rather run through, the art to part design process, in which we will talk about product design process, engineering, process planning, tool engineering, quality engineering, and ultimately the launch, which will run as art to part process. Everybody talks about the design thinking. It's a culture, and this has come up now the new tool. Original design process we will go to, because this is a bit compromised and it is condensed kind of the process. But I will show you the original process, which is the same process or has got little more stages. The product design process, as everybody follows, starts with the product brief, project planning, market survey, user survey, ideation, reviews, prototype and verification, and then there is a sign-off. This is in brief the product design process. You will just see each one. Now, when you see this, just 1 minute.
Sir, kindly excuse, if you press the down arrow, I think it can work maybe sometimes.
Yeah, that is true, but it gets stuck somewhere. No? Though the presentation size is not that big, but it gets stuck somewhere. I'm not able to read the title. Okay, anyhow.
So you can escape the button and again come back if required, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Because of this, I'm not able to see the title, but anyhow, it's fine. Now, the brief could be something like this. For a toothbrush, a simple product like a toothbrush, a brief. The designer has written a brief like this: to design a device for oral care for adults of the middle class. He's addressing the middle class, which solves the storage related hygiene problems of toothbrush, like toothpaste accumulation in between bristles and toothbrush. Now, this is such a problem. No, everybody faces, but we never realize that this is a problem. The toothpaste gets accumulated, and ultimately, when it is increasing, you just throw it into dustbin and then you go for the new toothbrush. But then it is a problem. Another issue which he is trying to write down as a brief: bristles remaining wet for a long time after use. Especially when you are traveling by train and then when you brush your teeth in the morning, you want to put back the toothbrush into the pouch, but the bristles are wet, and that is a problem. Maintain hygiene conditions during its storage. If it is wet, it may attract some dust and other things. It may get contaminated. Now, these are the things which are there. Now, the project plan. When you take up a project, the project planning and design planning shall typically contain, the planning has to be done first. It shall typically contain things like activity, what are the activities, responsibility, EDC, and resources needed, and there could be some more. Now, many times, these two things which are highlighted in yellow, they are missed out, especially the dates. Responsibility, sometimes we write down. Now, write down the responsibility in terms of names directly, ATAL or whatever. And that actually connects the activity to the person. If you write only the designations and all, maybe it is better to write the name directly. And EDC is the most important, the expected date of completion of that activity in the planning. And planning is usually done in reverse order. Most of us, we do the planning as it comes, but it is to be done in reverse order, that is starting from the end date. If you are planning a trip to Goa, maybe in April, then you actually have to start the date of that particular date, which is the visit date, and then you do it in a reverse way. What are the activities? Now, since you are from management, no, everybody will agree with me that in the modern world of business, no, it is useless to be a creative, original thinker unless you can also sell what you create. This is the statement of David Ogilvy and not mine, but I agree 100% with this. You also need to sell your ideas, your product, your services, and so on. Now, coming to the market study, which is part of the process, very important step in the design process. Primarily, it is carried out to understand competition in the market, price points and brands, available features, market trends, ambience and layout of sales place where it is sold, customer and salesman interaction. Many times even the videos are done, they are taken. Oh my God, it gets stuck again. Yeah, let me see if it moves. Gets stuck.
Sir, can you share again? Stop sharing and again share the screen. It will help.
Yes, sir. Sometimes it works.
I'm sorry, there is.
No problem, sir. It happens with everyone. Even we have gone through.
Otherwise, we can share the presentation.
Just 1 minute. A little bit on this, no, it just gets stuck. Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir. It's working perfect.
It has started now moving.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Coming to the user survey, which is the next step. Now, since the example which is taken is the toothbrush, we have the users starting from the kids, even infants, up to the elderly people. It is primarily carried out to understand problems faced by the target user. That is the most important things. Product ergonomics, demography of the target user is very important because the lifestyle and the place where the user stays, no, that has got a lot of influence on the product. Users' suggestions and perceptions, normally they are captured. There is one tool which is used quite predominantly, is called QFD, Quality Function Deployment. Now, what is this? It could be used to translate voice of customer into tentative and measurable design objectives. So it gives you the brief. The voice of customer, converting that into the design brief is the outcome of QFD to ensure all design activities work towards voice of customer, which is very important. Now, when you give an example of, say, a simple product like pencil, the QFD has captured one thing, which is voice of customer, and that is that this tip which is there, becomes blunt when you write maybe some 4 or 5 lines. After that, it becomes blunt. Now, it is a problem which is faced by me, by everybody, all users. We face this difficulty. It doesn't remain sharp for quite long. Now, through this, the designer has come out with the product in which the tip doesn't become blunt at all. So the QFD is very useful in such cases, rather in all cases. Now coming to the ideation, which is the next step. Before going ahead with the idea generation, prepare a list of problems identified. We need to classify them into essentials and desirables. Essentials means essentially they need to be solved. Desirables also may be there, which is a wish list and which could be addressed if possible. Finalize the design brief as we have indicated earlier. Going to the ideation step, which is the next step after the brief is finalized. The first thing which designer does, or anybody for that matter, is the sketching. And normally it is done, it is nowadays called doodling and so many things. It is all hand sketches. You start sketching and start giving the ideas. This is pertaining to the products. Even otherwise also you can do it. You can start making a map, or you can start preparing a table or whatever. No, you can start thinking in terms of the ideation. So what ideas can be generated. For products, the ideas and concepts can also be expressed in terms of marker renderings, which we used to do earlier. Nowadays also it is in practice, but it has reduced to. So this is the example of marker rendering. This also is marker rendering. And airbrush rendering, this is the example. We used to do it earlier. Nowadays, the things have changed. And we are in the era of photorealistic digital renders and animations. Now in digital render, if it is a glass, it should be seen as a glass. If it is plastic, it should be visible as a plastic. If it is a rubber tire, it should be seen as a rubber. Then models and prototypes one has to go for, which is the next step. Now, why prototyping is essential? Prototyping is cheap, fast, and easy. It's very fast. Find design issues early. Everywhere we will focus on this particular sentence that states that if you can find the design defects or design issues early, you have benefit. The prototype also helps in that. Iterate quickly on a design concept. You can do the iterations. Compare design variations. You can have concept 1, concept 2, concept 3, and you can compare them. Gather design feedback better. Prototypes can be a presentation tool, which we used to do earlier. Be able to perform even user testing. We used to, when I used to work in VIP industries, we used to make the prototypes. In fact, that prototype was, we used to display, in fact, in showrooms also many times to gather the feedback of the users. Some of the prototypes as samples you can see here. This is a thing which is made from the PU foam. This is made from the clay. This is another prototype which is, I think, made using the FRP. And it is also in working condition. There is a mechanism which you can see. There is a latest method which is used nowadays, which is called 3D printing or rapid prototyping. There are various techniques available, like diffuse deposition modeling, the SLS, the selective laser sintering or direct metal laser sintering. You can make even metal prototypes, the stereolithography and polyjet printing, and so on. There are some more also nowadays. Then we go for the reviews and the sign-off. Periodic reviews of the entire process are essential. Refinements of the concept, because when you review, it will give you the refinements. Shortlisting and selection, it can guide you to the shortlisting and selection of the final solution, which is the most difficult for management and otherwise. Keeping track of the dates. And then ultimately the sign off is must to move to the next phase of the product development. So once the design is shortlisted, it is signed off by all concerned. Now going to the product development. The first design phase is over. Now we will go to the product development phase, which is phase 1 and phase 2. There are 2 phases. Starts with APTP, CFT, 3D modeling, benchmarking, prototyping, FEA, FMEA, and again sign off. Now these are the tools which are used for development. We will just touch upon one. APQP. It is called Advanced Product Quality Planning. Since you are all from management and all, you will understand this better. This is more of the design management subject. If you want to define this, it is defined as planning for quality of product in advance, which you have to speak in reverse. Planning for quality of product in advance. Whatever in advance you can come across about the defects or any corrections to be made, it is always better. And this tool helps in that. It is part of actually ISO and TS 16949, which is automotive standard. It is proactive and structured method of step-by-step planning for development. If you see, this is an example of or comparison of Indian company versus the Japanese company, which is very popular. Everybody uses this. The number of changes which happen after the product launch date. This is the product launch date. If you take the Japanese company, when the product is launched, the number of changes are minimized. But if you see the Indian company, the changes they continue because many of the times the product is launched half-cooked and the changes they continue. If you use the tools very well, then this scenario may not be happening. So there's a rule of 10. It's a known fact that if it costs ₹10 to correct a mistake at concept stage, when the stage advances, it multiplies. The cost of the same correction will be each time you add 1 0. 100 rupees at engineering stage, 1000 rupees at process planning stage, and so on. 10,000 at tooling stage, maybe 1 lakh at production stage, and maybe 10 lakh at customer end. That also may not be the right price because, right cost rather, because your brand is also getting tarnished when it comes back from the customer. To do it in a proper way, normally the concept of CFT is followed, which is a cross-functional team. The design is never a single step process. In the same way, the design is never done by one person. It's always the CFT, a group wisdom. Form a cross-functional team. Normally, it could be design, engineering, manufacturing, planning, materials, quality, marketing, service, subcontractors also, vendors, and many times customers. We have done this and it has helped quite a lot. Involving the customer, even we have involved subcontractors in past as part of CFT as and when needed, and it helps quite a lot. Ensure that the concurrent engineering is followed rather than doing each activity one by one in series. Many activities can go on concurrently. 3D modeling is the next step, which is also called geometric modeling. Nowadays, the design is done by computer-aided design or say digital design. Geometric modeling, if you are good in geometry, you can master this. Product detailing is done first to break the product into number of parts, material, assembly, functionality, and so on. Normally, the tools which are used, the software tools, there are so many rather. I have listed only CATIA, Pro-E, NX, SolidWorks, and so on, which we used to use. Even today, we are using. 2D drawings can be obtained directly from 3D geometry. Everybody works in 3D. Earlier, we used to work in 2D, but now everybody works in 3D only. And 3D model can also be used for the CAE analysis, CFD, and so on, even for CAM, CAM. Some of the automotive companies, they have a department called benchmarking because it is very, very important activity. Benchmarking is a systematic approach to identify standards of comparison, establishing measurable performance targets, as well as ideas for product or process design. Suppose if you are a fan manufacturer, if you are from Crompton, you try to compare that with the Havels or whatever brands available in the market. And then piece by piece, component by component, you start comparing with your product. And then there are many things which you can learn. The study shall reveal appropriate comparative data, identify the reasons for the gaps, if at all you have the gaps, and plan to match or exceed the benchmarks. That is what you need to plan out. The next technique is the FEA, finite element analysis. Is applied in engineering as a computational tool for performing the engineering analysis, include the use of mesh generation, use of software program coded with FEM algorithm. The entire body in this case, you can break that into a triangular or maybe square mesh. And then ultimately virtual testing you can do using the FEA. There are two types. One is static. The second one is the dynamic testing you can do without even producing a single piece. Virtual testing will give you a lot of inputs to correct your design. Another method which is used called FMEA, failure mode and effect analysis. It is again a design tool used systematically, analyze postulated component failures, identify the resultant effects on the system. It actually makes your design robust during the design stage itself. So through this tool, actually you have to go to risk priority number, which is called RPN number, which is very simple. The probability of occurrence multiplied by the severity of a failure and prior detection of a failure, whether you can detect the failure in advance. Example here, which is given, which I have given from the luggage. If this zip which is there, you may be selling the product at maybe 5,000 rupees per bag. But if this zip fails with the customer, maybe when he is at Frankfurt airport or maybe Dubai airport or anywhere, the kind of misery which it can create is something you will never buy your brand ever. The example of the Bhopal gas tragedy also, everybody may be knowing about it. The probability of occurrence is negligible. Such kind of a disaster, the probability is negligible, but the severity is at 10. The prior detection also could be there, may not be there. In that case, it was not there. And suddenly it happened, which created havoc. This could be done for as design FMEA, it could also be applied to the process. There are other tools which are there. VE, which is value engineering or could be value management. Design for Six Sigma, design for assembly, design for manufacturing, and so on. There are all kinds of tools available to find out where you can go wrong before actually the design is released. We will just touch upon the IPR, which is becoming very, very important. The design registration, which is under the Act, Design Act 2000, mainly it protects the design from the features of shape, configuration, pattern, or ornamental or composition of lines, color, and so on. Basically, it is the industrial design. There is a trademark, Act 1999. As the name suggests, it is the phrase, word, logo, symbol, design you can register as a trademark. You can obtain the patent under the Patents Act 1970, which is useful for the process, for the machine, article of manufacture, compositions, and so on. Even the medicines and all the process, they normally, they register or they patent under this Patent Act. Copyright is used mainly for the literary, dramatic, musical, artistic work, including now the software also could be copyrighted. The process of managing the entire project, it is called gate process. It has got various gates like toll gates. You travel say 60 kilometers and then you have one toll. Once you clear that, then you again travel further, maybe 100 kilometers, you have another toll. The whole process goes like that. The project initiation, definition, and everywhere there is sign off. So at that sign off, it has to stop where everybody agrees, and then signed off, it goes to the next gate. The Tata is following 6-gate process. Philips is following a 5-gate process. We will now go to the next product development process, which is phase 2. After this is done, the development planning, deciding on make or buy, tools and molds, process planning, validation, operator training, collaterals, and ultimately the final product launch. Now remember, the costing, product costing, project costing, and all types of costing needs to be verified at every review stage of the product design and development process. In the entire process, the cost control has to be there. It is to be reviewed. The clauses which are applicable under ISO 9001:2015, the clause applicable is 8.3, which talks about design and development of products and services. And the sub clauses are, the first one is a general description, planning, inputs, controls, outputs, and ultimately the design and development changes. Development planning, the first one is to decide the floor plan for manufacturing. For every activity, you need to decide the floor plan. Suppose if you want to recruit 5 more people in your organization, first of all, you have to understand and work out where they are going to sit, whether you have sufficient space available. For manufacturing also the same thing applicable. Decide make or buy. Plan for new technology, plan for new manufacturing equipments, validation equipments, plan for packaging and logistics. Now tooling, when you talk about decide make or buy for tooling also, in-house manufacturing, wherever the components are critical, it is always in-house manufacturing. The non-critical components can be outsourced. Tool design is very essential. Don't start making the tool just from the product. Start, making the tool design and then you make the tooling. Jigs pictures also, they are required. Process planning, write the process sheets. Without process, many organizations, they just operate without the process sheets. But it doesn't work ultimately. After the process sheets, you plan for a sample lot. Normally in VIP industries, we used to have the sample lot of components and assembly, 5 numbers. So sample lot of 5 numbers is made, assembled and tested. Conduct assembly trials, sample lot 5 numbers maybe, and then debug, design verification. This is actually design verification. Outsource items also, they are to be verified. And once it is through, you plan for the pilot lot. We used to have the pilot lot of 250 numbers, components as well as assembly. Run the pilot production run using the production operators. There is one more thing achieved, that is the operator training. When it goes into production, the operator is already trained because he has worked in the pilot run production. Validation. Develop the validation standards for each and every item. In VIP, we used to have validation standard even for a sticker or for electroplating of the components and everything. Vis-a-vis that, the things are validated. Validate sample and pilot lot against the written standards, that is PPAP, Production Part Approval Process. Validate the product color-wise, model-wise, SKU-wise, each one. Conduct both alpha and beta testing. Alpha testing normally is done in the organization. Normally it is in the quality lab. The beta testing is at the user end. Nowadays the software is many times they are releasing the beta version, and then it is given to some select users. And select users, they will be giving them the feedback. And after all that feedback is considered, then the final software is released. Validate processes during the pilot run. The process validation, cavity-wise tooling, fixtures, and so on. Release product to production after successful validation. Collaterals, because you don't sell the product just like that. It needs to include development of the accessories and collaterals, because when you sell the product, it is not a single phone. There are so many things, accessories like charger, cable, cover, that box, and so on, instruction manual. That actually makes a total product. So everything is to be planned. Develop marketing collaterals for product launch, including the website update. This is an example. If you launch a new product, the website also shall start showing the new product. Please ensure that the product is available at most retail outlets on the day of launch. If you launch a soap, and if the soap is not available, people will see your advertisement, they will go to the shops nearby, they will ask for it once or twice, and they will forget about it. The entire process which you have done, the expense which you have done will go waste, because next time they will not go and ask. Ensure that it is available. Ensure your website is updated on the day of launch. The best example is Maruti Suzuki. Moment the new car is launched at 12 o'clock on a particular day, the website is updated and it is there on the website. Prepare the press note for media and circulate. Ensure the catalogs indicating features, specifications, everything is available at required places in advance. And this is the launch. When you launch, everything is through. That is the end of this presentation. Thank you. If you have any feedback, any questions or anything.
Thank you so much, sir. Participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions, or you can put the questions in the chat box.
Yeah, good morning, sir. It's
Yeah,
Karthik
good
here.
morning.
So it was nice listening to you, and the presentation was quite well explained. So I have just one query here. I'm being from an engineering field. You have told that 3D printing plays a very important role in designing.
Yes.
So 3D printing is something, it's a kind of equipment which is not normally available to household people.
Correct.
So being a teacher, I know that I can go to labs and do it. But maximum times when you see kids, a lot of children are there, students are there who have a lot of ideas about 3D.
Yeah.
And basically from papers and wooden things, from stones, mud, also they create a lot of things in 3D. But
Correct.
they don't have the instruments. So I just want to know that how these 3D printers can be accessible to this kind of students, so
Yes.
that on the spot the idea can be replicated actually.
Okay. I will answer this in the sense that now every college, the 3D printing has become so inexpensive. Every college can afford. Even we have got that 3D printer.
Yes.
When I joined here, immediately we purchased a 3D printer. Earlier, there used to be, like FDM is the most popular. In terms of the cost, the SLS, selective laser sintering, is the cheapest in terms of the parts. But normally people used to go to the bureau service.
Okay.
There are some organizations who do only 3D printing, and they can give you this. Now, when I was there in Nashik, no, in the Nashik engineering cluster, all the student requirements, and there are many small people approaching. I used to give them free, because I used to charge the bigger people like Mahindra, maybe Siemens, and the Bajaj Auto, and so many people. No, we used to charge, and then small components. No, we used to give free of cost practically. Now the thing is, every college can bring in this FDM 3D printer, which is the cheapest available. The raw material prices, FDM, fused deposition modeling. Now, FDM, which is the first one. I used to have a machine, FDM machine, which costed me in those days 2.5 crore. But now you can buy a machine in 2.5 lakhs. Now, there was a patent by Stratasys, which is American company, and they used to hold the patent for 20 years. The patent has expired, and they used to, because of the patent, they used to charge everything very high. The patent has expired after 20 years. Now everybody, even our students, one of my students, he made a 3D printer at home. Now it has become so inexpensive. The 3D printers are available, they are affordable, and raw materials also have become very affordable. And the FDM is a nice technology. One can make nice components. But as you said, my students, we train them first on clay, on thermocol, on cardboard, on plaster of Paris, on wood, and they actually learn how to make the prototypes. After that, we allow them to use the 3D printing, because for 3D printing, what you require is the geometric model. It actually makes use of the geometric model, and that it uses and produces the geometry layer by layer. So now it is affordable. If there is any difficulty, please be in touch with me. I can guide you. I can suggest something, because I have worked in 3D printing for quite some time, maybe more than 3 years I have worked. So I can maybe be of some help to you.
Thank you, Kedia sir. A very good presentation.
Please.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, and Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Any other question, please?
So there is one question in the chat box. Can I read, sir?
Yeah, please.
How to apply quality function deployment concept in pharmaceutical related products?
Okay. Now the pharma and this thing, whether it is pharma or anything, any kind of product, the quality function deployment is basically to know or to find out the voice of customer. Now, when you conduct the market survey and the user survey, especially the user survey, many times we make the checklist and we make the questionnaire and we give it to them and we ask them some questions. Nowadays on Google, we actually just distribute the Google forms and we expect them to give the reply and all that, which is a bit passive way of doing it. Quality function deployment requires some training. That is the first thing. It may be a 2 days training. And after that, one can start applying QFD. We have also applied in past, and it works much better. It is a very systematic study, which can actually focus you to the what customer wants. As we have seen in the example, that pencil tip, which is becoming blunt, that clutch pencil has come out of that only, QFD. And in pharmaceutical industry or any industry, it can be done. It requires some training on QFD. After that, I'm sure one will be able to do it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, any other question from the participants? Rahul Trivedi, sir, do you have any question?
No, madam. Thank you so much.
Even later, if you have any questions, you can always approach me. No issue at all.
Thank you so much.
Because over 35 years, I've been doing the same thing again and again, repeating. Now I've been teaching the students, the young generation, what I have learned over the years.
Sir, good Good morning. Suraj here from Nasik.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah. So basically, we are a panel manufacturer for electrical panel for
Yeah.
Siemens itself. But
Yeah.
sometimes we face some process challenges like
Hmm.
development. We have received some drawing from our customer end, but in 90% cases, we done changes at our end. What is required, whatever it may be done. But in this case, we can put patent a process at our end or at our customer end. What is right?
If it is your process, you can patent it. Even customer cannot use.
Yeah.
If it is customer's suggested process, then customer will have a patent on that. You can actually patent the process. Like pharma industry, what is the difference between one tablet to another? Maybe Dolo versus the Crocin. It is only the formulation. Little bit change here and there. But each one has patented.
Yeah.
Now they patent the process. Same way, when it comes to engineering industry, you can as well patent the process. And patenting is very, very simple nowadays. Earlier, it used to be, we used to write the patents ourselves, and it is a bit complex process. Nowadays, patent is not that complex. One can write nowadays with some training the patent papers for yourself, and you can patent the process. The only thing is the same process will be disclosed in the gazette.
Yeah,
and whosoever has got objection, no, they will try to take the objection.
Right.
So it becomes public. That is the only thing. But then once you get the patent, then they can't use it.
They okay. Fine, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you.
Any other question from the participants? Sir, I think there is no any question from the participants.
Either the presentation was too good or it was too bad. If the people don't, because this presentation is actually, I conduct this interactive presentation. But today I had to manage with only one-way traffic, no? So I don't know really it was useful or what. As I see here in the chat box, no, there are some things coming in. Okay, people, I mean, because all students, we tell them you speak and then you ask questions. So without that, we feel a little bit uncomfortable, but it is fine. Okay, good.
So I would just like to add, this was a very enlightening session, and I'm just about to teach this subject for MPharm students called Product Development and Technology Transfer.
Yeah.
And this session was very, very insightful, and I would really like to connect with you about
Yeah,
this
good.
later. This is
Please,
Sania
please.
from METS Institute of Pharmacy, Nasik.
Okay, good. I stay in Nashik only. My house is there in Nashik. So anytime when I come to Nashik, I can pay a visit also to your
That
plant.
will be great, sir. We would love to have you here in our institute.
I belong to Nashik only. Yeah.
Okay, great, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, if possible, can you share the PPT for the
Yeah,
participants?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can share, sir, through the mail. So I can definitely share this PPT with the participants. So that will be helpful for them.
Sure. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable guidance and throwing light on this particular topic. You made the entire session, sir, very interesting, and your presentation was awesome. Lot of creativity and innovation we can see from the presentation point. Yeah. So we look forward your association in the future as well.
Sure, sure.
Thank you so much for your valuable time. Yes, sir.
Please.
Participants, you are all are requested to join the next session at 12:15. Our next session will start at 12:15. So you all are requested to join 5 minutes before the session. Feedback link will be shared at the end of the day. Meghna ma'am, are you there?
Ha, Priyanka.
Ma'am, can we start?
Yes, Priyanka. We'll start.
Guru sir, can we start the session? Guru sir, can we start the session?
Yes, madam. Yes, we can.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking leads to knowledge. Knowledge makes you great. With this quote, I take pride to introduce a great personality, Professor Dr. Anna Sahib Gurav sir. He is the former principal and fellow of Indian Commerce Association. He has been the professor and former head of Department of Commerce and Management, Dean of Faculty of Commerce and Management, and also the coordinator for the Center for Skill and Entrepreneurship Development at Shivaji University, Kolhapur. Sir is holding numerous academic degrees. He is having dual MCom, MPhil, GDCA&A, NET, ICWI, PGDCA, MBA, and MSW. He is PhD in Finance, PhD in HRM, PhD in Marketing, and DLIT from Washington, USA, and DLIT from University of South America. Sir has vast experience of conducting more than 5,000 training programs for marketing and industrial employees in and around Maharashtra. Sir has authored 8 and co-authored 21 books. His 197 research papers have been published in referred journals. He has presented more than 460 papers in various conferences, seminars, and workshops. He has also been a resource contributed in more than 2,000 conferences and seminars. He has been awarded by more than 18 awards and honors. Few of them are Shikshan Bhushan 2009 by Shanti Times Kolhapur, Distinguished Service Award by AIMS International India in 2010, Prabodhan Puraskar 2011 by Yuva Shakti Samajik Sanstha Nashik, Best Teacher Award 2011 by Shivaji University Kolhapur, Dr. P.C. Shezvalkar, Best Commerce Teacher Award 2013 by Maharashtra Commerce Association Mumbai, Fellow of Indian Commerce Association 2015 by Indian Commerce Association New Delhi, Teaching and Research Excellence Award, Grabs Education Charitable Trust Chennai, Sampark 2019 by a platform for connecting educators from Teachers Mitra Group Hubli. Sir is the BOS Chairman, Commerce Shivaji University Kolhapur, BOS member IDS RTM Nagpur University Nagpur, Commerce Lingraj College, Belgavi, Karnataka, Solapur University, and at various colleges. Sir held numerous positions like principal, vice principal, treasurer, president, executive member, VP, Maharashtra Commerce Association, coordinator, dean faculty of Commerce and Management, Shivaji University. It is honor and privilege for us, sir, to have you with us today. Now, I would like to request our director, Dr. Meghna Bilare ma'am, kindly virtually felicitate A.M. Gurav sir. Sir, today we are very fortunate that we are having highly resourceful person like you. So, sir, I request you to put some light on the topic creativity for sustainable development. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Respected Principal Director, madam, as well as all dear participants. There are 104 participants are listening my speech. The topic has been given to me, that is design thinking to generate ideas. Very good afternoon, as well as very happy new year to one and all. My dear participants, how the innovation, creativity, this leads to entrepreneurship development and generating the good amount of employment and employment opportunities with the help of design thinking, I'm going to narrate. Dear participants, purposefully I kept one funny photographs on the screen. When we are talking about the design thinking, how we are thinking, if our thinking is innovative way, if our thinking is a creative way, then automatically we can develop the ideas. And the ideas are helpful for sustainable development. And for sustainable development, how we are bringing the creativity. Take it an example. A senior person, a dad, he don't have hair on the top. The son is cutted hair at a bottom. The another fellow tagged his hair in a different style. One more fellow interested to show himself, I don't have hair, that's why he wear the helmet. Why I'm showing this funny picture, its basic reason is design thinking is very much essential for sustainable development. Design thinking is very much essential for generating the ideas. Design thinking and ideas are necessary for bringing good amount of innovation and entrepreneurship development as well as the self-employment. Dear participants, what I'm going to present, it is only for the sake of academic awareness. Which examples I'm going to narrate, these all examples are only for the sake of motivation to my all 106 respected participants joining all over the India. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me the clarification so I can give more focus on that. Through that, we can think about how the design thinking is useful. The outline of my presentation will be, in a precise way, I will highlight what is the design thinking, creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship for sustainable development. Then I will focus on the 5 steps in design thinking. My dear participants, how we are thinking, it matters a lot. And thinking helps for bringing the creativity. If you are enough creative, then the sustainable growth, sustainable development of an individual, of the nation, of any business, any economy is possible. And for sustainable development, sustainable growth, how we are going to bring the innovations. All respected participants, we are fortunate enough that we are working in academic field. In the area of research, we are able to motivate the young blood. So under such circumstances, how we are going to bring the creativity among the students' mind? How we are inducing them, motivating them? That I'm going to touch. At second stage, I'm going to highlight the design thinking, how to think in a design way, in a systematic way. Then I'm going to touch creativity and entrepreneurship. Dear participants, for sustainable development, the creativity is the backbone. You take any example, very small example. Here is a ballpoint pen. It is a transparent. The creativity is there. Because the user can know, he can recognize whether the inside refill is up to the mark or not. Whether it is empty or it is full. Partly consumed or fully consumed. There is a rubber grip. When the holder is holding this pen, he should feel comfortable. This is a creativity. And creativity provides the entrepreneurship, self-employment. Creativity provides the good amount of employment opportunities to the young blood. Not only the young blood, to us also. And if we want to be an effective teacher, effective researcher, good professor, good consultant, for that purpose, the creativity is necessary. And this creativity will bring with the help of the design thinking. At fourth stage, I'm going to touch the role of design thinking in nurturing the entrepreneurship. How to generate the ideas, how to nurture the ideas, and how we are going to convert the ideas into the enterprise, into product or service. I'm going to touch. Friends, if you utter the word India, I indicates that independent nation declared in August. When we are thinking in a different way, when we are thinking out of the box, that is very, very essential for design thinking. How you are going to think. Design thinking is very much essential for nurturing the idea development, idea generations, and entrepreneurship. Then what is meant by ideas? Ideas gives the inner voice. My dear friends, I'm working in the jaggery industry, doing a research. See, such a type of product is their jaggery product. It is called as a jaggery belly. The customers are not ready to use such a type of product. They are uncomfortable. So for that purpose, to avoid this problem, we developed this powder form, free flow powder. This is the idea. When people want to consume the jaggery, why not to develop a small cubes to eat with different flavors? This is a part and parcel of idea. And ideas is nothing but inner voice. How you are thinking about the ideas. Take it a right hand side top picture. A small girl, young girl, is using one leaf as an umbrella, and which rainwater is coming on that leaf. She trying to hold it, catch it, and enjoying the pleasure. This is the inner voice. In the idea, D alphabet indicates that the devotion. When we are talking about the design thinking, to generate the ideas for sustainable development, for creativity, bringing good amount of innovations as well as the self-employment and entrepreneurship development, the devotions are necessary. How we have been working in a devoted way, how our students are working with a devoted manner. He indicates that the enterprising. One should be very, very enterprising. He should bring the very good amount of innovative ideas, which innovative ideas will help for sustainable development. And A indicates that the action. My dear participants, about 106 participants are attending this faculty development program. How we are bringing into the action? I'm appreciating the DYP IMR, principal madam as well as her team, they are trying to bring into the action. My dear participants, after listening of my presentation as well as presentation of all other experts for coming 2-3 days, why not to form a group with the permission of the principal madam, and continuously we will be in touch, sharing the different ideas, thinking in a systematic way, bringing the creativity in our each and every activity, maybe in a teaching, preparation of the notes, writing the books, writing the research paper, giving the consultancy to the industry, various areas. How we able to bring the creativity? How we can able to bring the good amount of innovations? And friends, implementation in our areas, because we are belonging from the pan-India. So why not to take the action? So what is idea? Idea is nothing but the inner voice. D stand for the devotion, E stand for enterprising, and A stand for action. Friends, innovation is nothing but a new things. How we are bringing the new things. And new things are possible when we are using the concept of design thinking. Thinking in a design way, thinking in a systematic way, from the beginning to the benefit of the end user, satisfaction of the end user. So how idea should come out, how idea should bring out from our brain, how we can use the Delphi technique from bringing the different type of ideas. My dear participants, try to do, try to think, try to motivate our students that bring the innovations in each and every sector. If you refer to the statistics, the USA revenue about 25 to 35% from by way of research, by way of innovations, by way of new concepts, new ideas, by way of creativity. But in India, there is very pathetic condition. If we are thinking in a different way, innovative way, that helps for generating the ideas, and the ideas, generated ideas, new ideas are very, very helpful for sustainable growth, sustainable development of the nation as well as economy too. Dear participants, design thinking and entrepreneurship, is there any relation? I put it a question mark, and my answer is yes, there is a relation. Without design thinking, entrepreneurship development is not possible, and without development of the industries, sustainable growth, sustainable development is not possible. And for that purpose, how this design thinking helps for generating the ideas, and how the ideas, creativity and innovations will help for entrepreneurship, we have to discuss. There is a relation between creativity and entrepreneurship. How we are bringing the good amount of creativity. Take any example. The lead pencil is there. Why it came? Because using a regular pencil, sometimes it is uncomfortable. Its point is not that much sharp. But using the lead pencil, it is a creativity. So in each and every sector, in each and every field, in manufacturing, in service, in trading, in commerce, in production, in marketing, everywhere, creativity is necessary. And creativity and design thinking is having very close relations. Design thinking, creativity, idea generations, innovations, incubations, startups, sum total is nothing but entrepreneurship development, and entrepreneurship development is the backbone of long-term development, sustainable development. And for that purpose, the design thinking is very much essential. We all are aware about 4.0, that is fourth generation of industrial revolution. We know very well first generation industrial revolution 1716 to 1830. Then second industrial revolution, third industrial revolution, and this is the era of fourth industrial revolution, 4.0. And in this fourth industrial revolution, good number of opportunities are there. In service sector, opportunities are there, networking, strategy making, business models, the technology development, finance and risk management, employees and compensations, systems and processes, and many more. Where? Everywhere, design thinking, thinking in a systematic way, thinking in a step-by-step way, thinking in a scientific way, thinking in a creative way, thinking in an innovative way is very much essential. I'm again saluting the organizer. Very nice topic they selected, they chosen, and they are conducting such a type of faculty development program for the betterment of the teachers as well as beneficiaries. Because if we are not thinking in a systematic way, innovative way, creative way, we are unable to solve the problems of the businesses, business houses. We are unable to solve the problems of the society, masses. And for that purpose, creativity and innovation is a necessary. What is a design thinking? Design thinking is nothing but a thinking in a systematic way, thinking in a scientific way. My dear participants, thinking in a scientific way, systematic way is very much essential. And when we are thinking in a systematic way, scientific way, then automatically sustainable development, sustainable growth is possible of any economy or any country. Not only that, it is also applicable to an individual. Take it my example. If I'm not a creative idea giver, if I'm not developing the ideas, if I'm not creative, if I'm not innovating anything, maybe my research, my presentation, my thoughts, my lectures, whatever may be, I'm unable to get the patents. I'm unable to get the copyright. I'm unable to prove myself. I'm unable to develop myself. So sustainable development or for sustainable growth, thinking in a systematic way is necessary, and that is nothing but a design thinking. Design thinking is nothing but a innovative thinking. Take it a simple example. If you're having piece of paper and pen, I'll give you only 1 minute. How the innovative thinking is required. I'm requesting all participants, if you are interested, draw the stars. I hope so you are having piece of paper and pen. I'm requesting you to draw the stars. I hope so you are drawing the stars. If anybody want to on his or her camera, I can observe. So start drawing the stars. Nagarajan is, I hope so, he is drawing the stars.
Yes, good morning, good morning. So your query was to consider a pen.
Okay, 1 minute only. 5 seconds are over. 10 seconds are over. You are drawing the stars. 15 seconds are over. You are drawing the stars. 20 seconds are over. 25 seconds are over. We are talking about the innovative thinking. 30 seconds are over. I hope so you are drawing the stars on piece of paper. 40 seconds are over. 45 seconds are over. 50 seconds are over. You are drawing the stars. I hope so. Vijayshri Mehta madam also, she is doing the stars, drawing the stars. 55 seconds are over. 60 seconds are over. Please stop it. Please stop it. We are discussing, we have been discussing about the innovative thinking. Yes, my dear participants, anybody tell me how many stars you are able to draw in a minute? Anybody? Please fast. You can put it in a chat box. How many stars you are able to draw?
Number is not mentioned there.
No, you count it. You count it. Yes, one.
No.
Tani had drawn the 8 stars. Okay, good. 21. Very good. Ajit sir drawn
11 stars, sir.
11 stars. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, friends. Okay, we will stop here. Again, 1 more minute I will give you. Think for 10 seconds. How many stars you able to draw? You think about what type of stars, what should be the size, what should be the location, where I'm going to draw, what should be the speed. Think. I'm talking about the innovative thinking is the base of development, is the base of sustainable development. So my request is think it. I hope so you thought it. Yes, start again drawing the stars. Again, start drawing the stars. My request to all participants, again starts drawing these stars. 5 seconds are over. 10 seconds are over. We have been discussing about the innovative thinking. 15 seconds are over. 20 seconds are over. You are drawing the stars. 25 seconds are over. You are drawing the stars. 30 seconds are over. 35 seconds are over. 40 seconds are over. You are drawing the stars. 45 seconds are over. 50 seconds are over. As per my knowledge, 106 participants are drawing the stars. 55 seconds are over. Friends, 60 seconds are over. Please stop and count it. How many stars you've drawn?
It's 52. Earlier it was 11. Now it's 52.
Earlier it was 11 and right now it is 52. Very fantastic. Very fantastic. Nagarajan sir. Very good. Very good. Any another? You can put it in a chat box because it is a 94, 42, 16, 42 now. Very nice. Very good. Very good. Very fantastic. Okay. Let us 59, 40. Okay. Thank you, friends. Tell me, anyone, you can tell me, you can on your mic and tell me, or the Nagarajan sir can also share his views. Why we able to draw more stars than the earlier one?
So now the concept was very clear. It was more approachable and narrow down the concepts.
True. It is nothing. It is nothing but the design thinking.
Yeah. Agreed.
It is nothing but the innovative thinking. It is nothing but a thinking in a systematic way.
True.
My dear participants, all respected participants, for each and every activity, we have to motivate our students. My dear students, you do each and every activity in a systematic way. And once we are able to do each and every activity in a systematic way, success will be ours. People will salute us. People will respect us. And it is required for sustainable development. It is very much necessary for sustainable growth. If we are simply thinking in a blind way, it will not work. So design thinking to generate the ideas, because in this exercise, 1 minute, 2 minutes exercise, very beginning, we drawn the stars without any thinking, without any clarity. Haphazard manner, we started drawing. But in a second phase, we decided, we thought on that, we prepared ourselves, we designed ourselves in a systematic way, scientific way, we proceed. That's why we are able to draw more stars. What is that design thinking? It is a something special. Why people should welcome us? Why people should require us? Why people should salute us? Why people should call us? Why people should respect us? An individual, an enterprise, as a nation, or any industry, or any organization, when that an individual or organization is having a special quality. And for bringing special quality, design thinking is required. Innovative thinking is required. Creative thinking is required. enterprising approach is necessary, and that is the backbone of sustainable development. Dear participants, my humble request with folded hands. Try to think in a different way, try to think in a out of the box, then only we will take a spatial respect. What is a design thinking? It is a high specialized knowledge, very different knowledge, creativity, complex problem solving approach, broad based thinking and mapping is necessary, and that is nothing but a design thinking. In design thinking, the word entrepreneurship is there on left hand side of the screen. Noble, teamwork, resourceful, enthusiastic, positive thinking, and a number of words are there. These all things are nothing but entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurship supports by design thinking, and design thinking nurturing the entrepreneurship. Dear participants, I am taking care of skill and entrepreneurship activities of my university and coordinating about 3 lakh students of the university, how to develop them as an entrepreneur, as a thinker, as a thought-provoking person. What we are teaching, maybe in arts faculty, commerce faculty, science faculty, or interdisciplinary faculty, this is the basic. It is necessary. Along with this, we have to impart the positive thoughts, positive thinking, creative thinking, innovative thinking, and that is nothing but a design thinking. In design thinking, there is a functional innovations as well as emotional innovations are there. Take it an example. Cashier in a bank, when we are handing over withdrawal slip or check for withdrawing the money, how that cashier is handing over the money, functional as well as emotional. Majority of we people feels that money is nothing but a Lakshmi. We respect the money. We pray the money. And how that cashier is doing the functions in the bank, passing the slips as well as check, and handing over the money, currency, with functional innovations as well as with emotional innovations, with business visibility, people desirability, and technological feasibility. It's a combination, is the role of design thinking in nurturing the ideas and entrepreneurship. That is the role. And if we are performing, if we are motivating ourselves as well as our students, beneficiaries, nurturing the entrepreneurship, nurturing the ideas is very much possible. So sum total, design thinking is nothing but a psychology of mindset, multiple thinking, serve to the end user, and this nurturing helps for sustainable development, entrepreneurship development. And for entrepreneurship development, I'm skipping number of slides because of the time constraint. I'm going to put some funny ideas, and I gave the declaration only for different thinking. Please don't take it literal meaning what I'm going to share. I purposefully putting on the screen some funny thoughts, funny statements. You may ask me, sir, we are talking about the design thinking to generate the ideas. When we are started thinking in a systematic way, in a scientific way, definitely we can give the good amount of ideas. Take an example. after completion of NET SLATE examinations, after completion of PhD, why our students are not getting the good jobs? Maybe teaching jobs or as a researcher job, as a manager job, as an administrator job. Why they are not getting? Their PhD is good, their PhD is as per law. They prepared, collected data, analyzed, interpreted, spent thousands of hours in the library and laboratories, field work too. Although why they are not getting the jobs? My personal opinion is they studied very well, but their creativity, they are not motivated. Their enthusiasm, they are not polished. Their innovative thoughts, they are not incorporated. Their enterprising things, they are not brought it. They are not thinking in a design way, systematic way. This is my personal opinion. You may accept or may not. So what are the funny ideas? Why design thinking is required? Why different thinking is required? What is the school? What is the definition of school? Don't take it literal meaning of this. Simply for fun purpose, I am keeping on the screen. A place where Papa pays and son or daughter plays. Is it a definition of school? No. Our students, our son, daughter, they should think in a different way, innovative way. What is a marriage? It is an agreement in which a man loses his bachelor's degree and women gains her master's degree. How you are thinking, innovative way, a different way. Conference, the confusion of one man multiplied by the number present. Take our example. I'm delivering the speech on design thinking to generate ideas, entrepreneurship, creativity, innovation, and sustainable development. In this conference, in this faculty development program, if as a person, I'm going to confuse 109 participants who are listening my speech right now. It's not a conference. It is not a FDP. Friends, in design thinking, we have to put people first. We have to see what is their requirement, what is their need, what is their necessity, what is their demand, what is their liking. Maybe students or maybe other stakeholders. And collaborate and coordinate. Interact is nothing but to develop and develop. And it is possible. Like Dhirubhai Ambani made a statement. Ideas are not the monopoly of anyone. And I purposefully kept one picture on the screen, right hand side at bottom. I'm requesting someone's mic is on. Please mute. Friends, ideas are not the monopoly of one person. Ideas, anyone can give the ideas. And who can give the ideas? Definitely, he will be an entrepreneur. Definitely, he will, the creators of the ideas. Definitely, he is a great thinker when we will provide the good amount of ideas for various sectors. The design thinking with the help of innovation, and innovation is nothing but a dream plus design plus innovate. How you are innovating, how you are dreaming in a daytime, not at a night time. How you are going to design your product, your service, your thought, your presentation, your PPT, whatever may be. That innovation is necessary, because innovations are nothing but idea to product. I purposefully kept 2 photographs I collected from the internet. There is a jean pant, old jean pant. Gardener put its soil in that and planted some plants. The innovations, creativity, thinking in a systematic way called as a design thinking, that helps for development of a mankind. It helps for sustainable development. Innovation is nothing but ability to think out of the box. My dear respected participants, teachers, researchers, how we are thinking out of the box. And out of the box thinking is very much essential for design thinking, for sustainability, for innovation, for creativity. Take it an example. I kept one picture on the screen. One lorry is moving on the road, carrying a tempo, but there are 3 vehicles that lorry unable to accommodate. And when it will not able to accommodate, the lorry is loaded by the tempo. Tempo get loaded by the small tempo. That small tempo get loaded by a car. Out of the box thinking. And when we are thinking in a different way, creative way, in a new way, that is necessary for sustainable growth, sustainable development. Creativity is nothing but innovations, and it is nothing but sustainable development. One message I got it. I am pleased to inform you that our beloved and well-known friend, Mr. 2021, is finally retiring on the 31st of this month. How the creative way the writer wrote it. His 12 wives, 52 children, and 365 grandchildren will be attending the grand send-off on Friday, the 31st December at 2:23.59 hours. Forget it, the fun part. What I meant to say how the writer is thinking in a different way, out of the box, that is necessary for design thinking. John F. Kennedy made a statement. A man may die, nations may rise and fall, but an idea lives on. That's why generating the ideas are very much essential for design thinking. In design thinking, there are 5 steps. Empathy, that is, understand the feelings of others. Second stage, define the issue. Third stage, ideate, that is, develop the ideas. Fourth stage, develop the prototype, idea into the reality. And fifth stage is test or take the feedback. Dear friends, this is a continuous process. From first to fifth, empathy, to understand the feelings of others, to define, to ideate, to prepare prototype and test it, some circle. It is called as a design thinking, and design thinking is very much essential for generating the ideas. How we are using the empathy, understanding the feelings of others. Take it an example. A good example is our mother in a family. Father is there, children are there, grandfather, grandmother, nephew, other relatives, family members are there. But mother is very wise. She is very perfect. She knows very well the feelings of others, liking of others. Always she puts her legs into others' shoes. And that is the first step of design thinking. Design thinking, if I'm thinking for myself, I will not be a design thinker. I have to think, what are the feelings of others? Take our example. My dear participants, why I'm giving the presentation through the PowerPoint? Why not only I'm giving the presentation orally? Because I have to think first your feelings, your interest, your interaction, your involvement. This is the first step. Second, define it. What is the issue? What is the problem? Why such a jaggery standy pack is prepared? Why such a container for jaggery one daily is prepared? So what is the issue? Why such a jaggery cubes are packed? Its basic reason is defining the issue. Third, ideate, develop the ideas. And for development of the ideas, the creativity, innovations are necessary. Prepare the prototype and test it. In empathy, the first step. Understanding the feelings of others, for that purpose, the collection of the data, collection of the information is required. Collection of all details are necessary. And in collection, what exactly problem? And it is, empathy is nothing but a research. I purposefully kept two photographs on the screen. First is, one kid is crying and another kid is understanding the empathy, why that kid is crying. And another photograph I purposefully kept in the garden, bougainville, designed such a way, just like someone is throwing flowers from the bucket. It is empathy. What is the expectation of the audience, customers, citizens who are coming in the garden? And for that purpose, the research is the base to know the feelings of others. Deep understanding of the problem is very much essential. Friends, generally, we accept exceptions. We are not doing a deep understanding. Okay, we are doing understanding, but deep understanding is required. That is the first step in design thinking. In another sense, to get into the user's shoes, I want to manufacture a car, I want to manufacture a laptop, I want to manufacture a jaggery, I want to manufacture a food grain. When I'm thinking about this, I want to put my legs into other shoes. Then I can start the design thinking. In empathy, users are having 4 quadrants: says, thinks, feels, and does. And sum total is nothing but the empathy as a first step in design thinking, which design thinking generates, helps for good amount of generation of ideas. The second step is define. What is the exact issue? What is the exact problem? I kept one photograph on the screen. There are 9 passengers are traveling on one motorcycle. What is the issue? What is the problem? What is the challenge? Challenges. And for that purpose, we have to ask the questions: who, what, why, where, when. And once we know the issues, development of the ideas, bringing the creativity, doing the innovations is possible. Which problem is there? Which problem is a meaningful problem, actionable problem, soluble problem? That thinking is a part and parcel of design thinking, which generates the ideas. for solving the problem. POV technique is there. Who is the users, needs, insights, point of view? In a simple word, in a research language, it is nothing but a problem statement. One story is there. A boy is not interested, born and brought up in USA, not interested in a school. He has a psychological problem as per the mother's opinion. Father was an advocate, mother was the singer. Expectation of the father was my son become an advocate. Expectation of mother was my son become a singer. He discontinued his education at the age of 13. He left the college at 11th standard, but he encashed the opportunities, and he is none other than the Bill Gates. His statement is, every big organization is a longest shadow of an individual. And when we want to put it a longest shadow, for that purpose, the innovations are necessary, creativity is necessary, giving good ideas are necessary. For that, design thinking is required. Then only sustainable development is possible. He made a statement, a great personality, industrialist, entrepreneur, speaker, thought provoker. I failed in some subjects in exam, but my friend passed in all. Now he is an engineer in a Microsoft, and I am the owner of Microsoft. Friends, it is possible because of his design thinking, because of his innovations, because of creativity, because of new approaches. The third is ideate. Develop the ideas. Donald had made a statement, creativity comes from a conflict of ideas. When different ideas will conflict, fighting between or among, then automatically good amount of ideas will come out. Ideas are nothing but potential matching. And for that purpose, thinking is required, brainstorming is necessary. In ideation part, in a design thinking, evaluation of the ideas, which idea, very recently I had written a book on different ideas I developed for my all researches, for my 3 PhDs, 2 DELET, and many more other research work. And all models I compiled it together and brought for the reader's benefit how the ideas are practically possible. Applicability of the ideas for giving the solutions, and that helps. It nurtures for entrepreneurship development. Friends, the creativity is necessary, and this creativity helps for ideating the problems, transforming from identifying problem to exploring solutions. I kept watermelon on the screen. Generally, watermelon shape we know, but it is developed a square shape. The problem is their packing, problem is their transportation of the regular and traditional watermelon. But if it is a square shape, we can put it into the box. Transportation, go downing, stock, maintenance is very easy. Another photograph I kept, I had been to Dubai, and in a Dubai mall, one of very big finger ring has prepared, unimaginable finger ring, having 64 kg gold. For ideating, what are the tools? Brainstorming, assumptions, mind mapping, storyboard, movement, and games. These are the tools for ideation. Fifth, prototype, Development of the prototype, I will finish within 5 minutes. Last, feedback. Collecting the information, mapping, whether it is worth or not. Doing the refining for solution. Discussing with the actual users. Doing the repairs. That is necessary with the help of consumer-driven trust. Redesigning. Test with the users how this prototype is using by the users. So this type of feedback is necessary, and feedback helps for design thinking. Dear participants, design thinking is a backbone of generating ideas, and once we generate the ideas, sustainable development, sustainable growth is possible. Without generating the ideas, sustainable development or sustainable growth is not possible. You refer these chairs, how the chair has designed, and who are the users of that chair, because creativity is there, innovation is there, new thoughts are there, and these thoughts, innovations, Kolhapur is very famous for Kolhapuri Jaggery. I developed the chocolates. Kolhapur is very famous for Kolhapuri chappal, leather chappal. Dear friends, in one of the exam, the question was there, Hadappa Mohenjo-daro ki Sanskriti par Prakash daliye. An answer comes that student drawn a picture of torch and written the name of Hadappa and Mohenjo-daro. It is not the answer. This type of creativity, this type of innovation, this type of idea will not work. Idea should be sustainable, designable, practicable, useful to the end user. And when we are doing so, then definitely the design thinking to generate the ideas through the entrepreneurship, through the self-employment, through the employment for sustainable development, it is possible. Thank you. I consumed 5 minutes extra. Sorry for that. Thank you, one and all.
It's absolutely fine, sir. Yes, participants are requested. If
So
you
ask
have
the
any
questions.
question- Yes.
Good afternoon, Guru sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Nagarjun, sir.
Yes, sir. It was. I mean, not only I am going to learn innovation from you, but also I am going to learn how a teacher should teach to the students.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
The most beautiful part is that yes, design thinking is something which we are every day we have to learn something. So it's fine. I really understand, and I like the way the pictorial PPT was showing a lot of things. So it was very easy for us to understand. And
Sorry, sir. Time is limitation. Otherwise, it takes 5 to 8 hours, along with workshop involvement of each and every. And one problem we will take it, and actually implementation of design thinking and how it will help for good amount of ideas. I'm doing in my university, asking the students come forward with very good amount of ideas, creativity, innovations, and one day these students will be the scientists. These students will be the pillars of the nation. And that is our work as a teacher. We have to motivate them. I'm saluting you, all of you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I just have one query here, sir, for design thinking. Which kind of means how you go about for the students because the students who know how to design, they will do on their own only.
Yes,
I'm talking about the students who are not even those. There are many students who doesn't know what is design thinking also. They don't know the definition. Maybe they would have heard it. So how you approach those students is the question.
See, basically, empathy means we have to find out what are the problems or issues of others, or what is the expectation of the others. Let us take a simple example. Why I developed such a type of small cubes of jaggery. It is a 5 grams, 3 gram to 5 gram cube. Eating a big volume, cutting it is not convenient. So I developed this 9 flavors. So putting just like a chocolate, it is very good, it is very healthy, useful to the local farmers to develop the business, and it is good for consumers. Such a type of tin is there, and we developed a 9 flavor. So this is a outcome of design thinking.
Good. Yes, it's true.
So we have, and students are very brilliant, sir. Simply we have to motivate them, we have to guide them, we have to nurture them to present your ideas, your thoughts. Maybe ideas are funny. That's why I shown some funny statements. When funds will come now, then innovative thinking will take place. Out of the box thinking will be taken place. Otherwise, generally, we are closing our both sides of the eyes and simply looking ahead and going. It will not work hereafter. And our role as a teacher, it is very, very dominant, vibrant, significant that this is my personal opinion, may be accepted, may not be. I'm not, that means you can teach less, one chapter or half of the less chapter.
Agreed.
But you can motivate the students to think in a different way. That works. Yes. Because students are, very smart.
Make the student to catch the fish instead of giving him the fish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you and good day. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any other questions? So there is one question in the chat box. Just I will read it. Can you suggest some books, good books for design thinking?
Madam, I will send it. The list is there.
Yeah.
I will send it.
So once I get the list, definitely I will share it with you.
Yes.
So there are many appreciation messages for you in the chat box.
Thank you.
Yes, really very informative session, sir. Any participant would like to ask anything or would like to share anything?
Sir, now about the jaggery, you have shown that cubes, small cubes are there. Then your idea is there. Your patent may be there. Then if any other body want to do that, then is it needed to take a permission?
No, sir, not. I'm giving free of cost. Without any, I developed 65 products because my Kolhapur belt is having 1080 jaggery units. It is famous in India for jaggery manufacturing.
Okay.
You do come to Kolhapur, I will show you, I will guide you. You can start, your farmers can start in your area.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, this is Sania from Nasik. I am in Meds Institute of Pharmacy in Nasik right now. And we are developing an incubation center over here. And I definitely like to connect with you because it was such an inspiring session. And we would love to have you here sometime, sir.
Yes, madam. We established the Section 8 company.
Yes.
Okay, and it is as per UGC norms. Yes. I'm working in the university. We offered 21 colleges incubation center. They have been doing very well.
Okay.
Recently on campus, we are producing the Alzheimer disease medicines, Ayurvedic medicines. We installed the machinery. The industrial is coming with the pulp. We are converting into the tablets and providing to him. So incubation, idea generation is very much necessary in each and every college. And my humble request with folded hands that each and every teacher should involve such a type of activity, directly or indirectly.
Yes, I would definitely love to connect with you after this, sir. And we will definitely need your guidance regarding this. Thank you so much.
I'm putting my mobile number in the chat box.
Sir, on behalf of participant, there is one request. Can you share your presentation?
I will give you, madam. I will give you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Even to you and to, madam, for you also, because this presentation is something which we understand from you in the coming weeks. We are going to understand through your presentations. So this kind of presentations only we will show it to the students initially to make them understand. Then afterwards, maybe we can write books. That's a different story.
Definitely, sir. It will help us also, right?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is any other question from the participants?
Sir, about the incubation center, is it necessarily skill-based or only idea-based?
No, basically, beginning, we are asking the ideas. In last week, 250 teachers, students, participants have presented their ideas. We selected 5 candidates. We are offering some financial assistance to them. We are providing 3 years hand holding to them, including venture capital, bank finance, support, technological support, preparation of project report, working on the campus in the institution. And when we are doing so automatically nurturing the ideas and developing the entrepreneurs, and for sustainable development we are doing. This is a beginning stage, but last 3-4 years in this, except this pandemic situation, I have developed more than 50 students as an entrepreneur.
Oh, great, sir, great.
Yes, sir.
And we have a setup. The all schemes we have exhibited. University is providing good number of facilities. Right now we are interested also do some financial share from the university to that incubator, so that development will be taken place. But permission, ours is the state university, lot of permissions and formalities are there.
Thank you for such nice information, sir.
Yes, any other question? Yes, Vishal Patil, sir. Either you can unmute yourself or you can put the question in the chat box, or you would like to ask anything. Yes, you can ask.
Thank you, ma'am, giving me an opportunity. Okay. I have a question for sir. That is, in this session,
Yes.
sir, I would really like to thanks to the sir that he has given a very unique approach for ideas and how to generate the things and how to work on basis of our design thinking. But I have one question regarding our nature, where our nature is, which is the supporting our all human resources and all human activities on earth. And many of the scientists are looking for mimicking this natural activity for benefiting of human society. Can you have any example related to mimicking any biological activity for our human societal problems?
Sir, Mahatma Gandhi made a statement that this Mother Earth can fulfill the needs of lakhs and crores of people, but this Mother Earth unable to fulfill the greed of one person. It means that natural resources are there, physical and other resources are there. For example, man, money, machine, method, market, monopoly, movement, motivation, mentoring, and sum total is nothing but the management. These 10 yums are there. How we are utilizing these 10 yums for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the masses. We all are the teachers. You all are the respected teachers. Our duty is there to not to exploit the Mother Earth, not to exploit the resources, but use the resources in a proper way, good way, without exploitation, and help the masses, the people, for their betterment. And it is practically possible. And that's why if we can read the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi, we will get a good amount of thoughts, philosophies. I'm always believing and I'm trying myself to follow which message has been given by the Mahatma Gandhi. This is my personal opinion.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question?
If possible, madam, last session you can organize on last day question answer session, and we 3-4 speakers will be the panelists, and we will take the questions and we will try to answer these questions.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. It will be really helpful for participants.
And I'm giving invitation to all participants to come to my university.
Yes, sir. It's a very beautiful university. I'm also a student of that university only.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam.
I think, sir, there is no any question from the participants. Sir, I'm listening you for the second time, and every time you become the inspiration for the young generation. So thank you so much, sir, for giving an excellent coverage to the topic creativity for sustainable development. Sir, your session is itself an example of creativity and innovation. I'm sure participants have got an idea how innovation and creativity are important in design thinking. We are really thankful, sir, for making time from your busy schedule and to speak this FDP. Thank you so much, sir.
Ma'am, I have one question, another question for us.
Yes, Vishal, sir, you can ask. Yes, Vishal, sir, you can ask. Sir, can we take the one question, sir?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yes,
Because I have an important meeting, board meeting. Okay, only one question, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, as we see, many of the government machinery and the executive bodies, they are all involved in monitoring all the activities, economical activities, environmental activities, and also our all human activities. But where I feel is there is some lacuna in managing these things. Can we have any idea and can we have an example how to eliminate these topics like corruption and also like mismanagement? And this is very as we think a design is required, something idea is required where we can take some action and steps where such so and so solutions becomes very easy and simple for human life.
Vishal sir, it is true that a lot of things are going on in and around, but I am speechless. I am unable to speak on corruption and other things. In front of me, one of the director is sitting. He is from Bahi Academy, Pasgane. Sir is director, sir. Azadi sir, Dr. Azadi sir is believing on values and ethics. Each and everyone, including me, if I am believing on values and ethics, then automatically corruption will come down. If I'm always showing fingers towards others and without taking the lectures, if I'm drawing my salary, getting my salary, it is unethical. So I have to do my duties. When I'm doing my duties and each and everyone will think like this, then automatically the corruption, bad practices will start eliminate. But it is a human psychology, human perception, human approach. We are helpless. It comes from the grassroots level, from the kindergarten classes to the top. Maximum places, maximum institutions, lot of bad things are going on. But we don't have any authority to speak on that or put a finger towards them. Simply we can put it fingers towards us and we can ask us what I'm doing. If I'm doing well, then automatically the overall development of the society will be takes place. And it is also part and parcel of design thinking, how I am thinking. If I'm blaming to other teachers are not engaging the lectures, other teachers are not doing the research, other teachers are doing malpractices in research. And if I'm blaming others, what about me? If I'm doing myself, then I hope so we can try to minimize these all bad practices. And it is everywhere. It is each and every economy. It is from ancient time to till date. Percentage is changing, angle is changing. But I am unable to answer this at this moment on this particular corruption and other things. Thank you.
No worries, sir. Thank you for your work.
Thank you, sir. Sir, if possible, definitely we'll arrange the panel discussion on the last day and we'll let you know, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you.
All participants are requested to join back for the last session of the first day FDP at 2:30. So there will be lunch break. You all need to join back at 2:30. Meghna ma'am, are you there?
Yes, Priyanka.
Shall we start, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
A very good afternoon to respected today's resource person, Kamal Shah ma'am, our beloved director, Dr. Meghna Billare ma'am, Associate Director, Vishal Vadaskar sir, and all dear participants. It is said that excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives, not chance. It determines your destiny. With this quote, I take privilege to introduce a dynamic personality who always believes in excellence, Professor Dr. Kamal Shah, Dean R&D at Thakur College of Engineering and Technology, Mumbai. Ma'am has completed her graduation in electrical engineering. She obtained her ME in electronics and telecommunication from University of Mumbai and her doctorate in IT from NMIS University. She has a vast teaching experience of more than 25 years with focused area of image processing, machine learning, and data science. She had held several important academic, research, and administrative positions in various reputed institutions. She has taken up several new initiatives for quality teaching, entrepreneurship, research, and good governance. Some of worth mentioning are developed outcome-based academic research that is called OBR model for twinning curricular with publication, grants, and patents. A novel approach idea to entrepreneurship model is established for budding startups, and currently she is handling incubation center with 16 companies who are contributing in field of manufacturing, blockchain, and IoT. She has been keen interest in quality improvement and performance excellence models. She is certified examiner for IMCRB NQA framework for the same, which is based on Malcolm Baldrige model USA. She has received many grants from government organizations like AICTE, DST, University of Mumbai. She has been invited as an expert to different international conferences and FDPs to deliver talk on blockchain technology, outcome-based academic research model, data science, NEP 2020, and Industry 4.0. She has been bestowed with several awards, which include 20 Pragmatic Women Leaders in Education Industry by the Academic Insight in 2021, where Sudha Murthy ma'am was the leader. Best Education Quality Team Award for Developing Entrepreneurship Culture for Nation Building, received by NCQM in 2021. Received Excellence and Leadership in Education Award from Golden Aim in 2020. Received Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam National Award for Teaching, Research and Entrepreneurship by IICR in 2019. She is also recognized an excellent examiner for 2016 cycle by IMC RBNQA. Contribution for quality process enhancement was appreciated on national level and also appreciated by IIT Bombay for her excellent work in Akash project as a coordinator in 2013. Now, I request our director, Dr. Meghna Bilare ma'am, kindly virtually felicitate Professor Dr. Kamal Shah ma'am.
Thank you.
Now, I would like to request Kamal ma'am kindly address the gathering. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And it was a long introduction. Okay. So let us start. First of all of you have taken a good lunch.
Yes, ma'am, but they all are hungry for your session.
Okay. Now, but I have not heard that. Yes. So I thought they have not taken a good lunch. Okay. So from me and the institute, from my side, I wish all of you a happy new year. And let us start with the activity. Okay. Instead of I keep on talking and you just listen, because it's a post-lunch session. So let us start with a small activity. All of you draw one fan, either in a piece of paper, or you just imagine one fan in your imagination. Okay. I'll give you a 30-second time to draw a fan in one piece of paper. And once you complete, you can just write down in the chat box that you have completed. You can write done, or you can just say, unmute yourself and say you have completed the task. Kindly don't draw on my PPT. I'll show you other fans. Draw either in your paper or imagine one fan in your imagination. Okay, so 100 participants are there. Only 2 or 3 have drawn. So quickly draw a fan. Now, on the screen, just observe the fan which will come on the screen. If your design of the fan is similar to this design, then you can give the mark written in the bracket. Okay. So how many of you have drawn a fan which is like this? All of you can see one fan on the screen?
Yes, ma'am, we all can.
Okay. So if you have drawn a fan like this, okay, might not be you are a very good, I would say a painter, but if you have imagined a fan like this, how many of you were there who has drawn a fan like this? Okay. Is there anyone who has drawn a fan which is something like this, which has one additional feature, a fan and a light combined together? Anyone who has done like this? Then you can give yourself 15 marks. Is there anyone who has increased the number of blades in the fan? Like instead of 3 blades, now you have 5 blades in the fan. Anyone who has done like this? Then you are eligible for 15 marks. Is there anyone who thought ki why only ceiling fan? It can be a paddle fan also. And they have drawn or they have imagined, like in their imagination, a fan like this. Anyone? Yeah, somebody has imagined fan, table fan. Okay, so good. You can give 15 marks to yourself. Anyone is there who has imagined a fan like this? This is a special fan. What is the main function of the fan? Whenever there is a summer, we want a wind. So fan should give us a cool breeze. That is the main function. But the country like UK, Canada and all, where there are worst condition where they have -30, -40 degree temperature outside, they have this fan which has a coil in it. So whenever you switch on the fan, instead of giving a cool breeze, it gives a hot breeze, because that is a requirement when the temperature falls below 0 degree. We need that hot air in a room. Is there anyone who has thought of that fan can even give a hot breeze? Anyone? Hello? Hot breeze. Is there anyone who has designed a fan which is a combination of ceiling fan and a table fan? Like the structure is like a ceiling fan, but you have mounted it on the wall instead of the ceiling. Actually, not room heaters. This is specially a fan which you are putting. It's not a heater. Heater, if you want to design, the design will be like a AC. Air conditioning जैसा design होगा. This is a fan. Now here, normally interested in what? We are interested that we are not happy with the 40 marks. We are not interested with this 40 marks. How much marks we want as a student always? How much marks we expect? हमें कितने marks चाहिए when we give exam? We never want to compromise less than 100. Okay. So if any one of you have drawn a fan which doesn't have the wings, like fan without the blades, if any one of you have drawn, then you can give yourself 100 marks. Is there anyone who has drawn a fan like this, which doesn't have the wings or the blades? Is there anyone? If there are no participants who has drawn a fan like this, then definitely there is a need for today's session where we are going to learn that how to think creatively to solve the basic problem which is given to us. Instead of concentrating on the problem, what is the job of a fan? The job of a fan is to give me a cool air. Okay, instead of concentrating on that, we concentrate more on the equipment which help us to solve the problem. So if we start concentrating on the problem, definitely the new designs, the creativity, the innovations will come in our mind. So I feel that at the end of the session, definitely there are some sparks within you by which you can design something which is innovative in a nature, or at least you can think about it. Okay. So are we all ready to go for the journey? So let us start. So this is today's topic on which the presentation is scheduled. It is like design thinking, which will help you to generate one innovative idea. Okay. And what you are going to do with that idea? You are not going to sit on that idea. What you want to do, you want that idea should help you to earn something. You want to generate your own startup, or might be you want to inculcate that kind of thought process in your students so that students can start their own startup, or if they are working in some company, at least they can start thinking in a creative way. We are teachers, like we are working for some organization. What is our main role? Our main role is teaching. Okay, we give lectures, we take experiments. There are lots of scope for creativity and innovativeness into our regular teaching. So now this session will help you to think in an innovative way. Going to start now. Now just think about any object, okay, which is surrounded by you, or you are using that object daily, or might be any process through which you are daily going. Can you imagine? We will go step by step. Can you imagine some process or some object which is very common to you? You are daily using that particular object. Can you quickly think about that object? Yeah. Kritika, would you like to share? Somebody said laptop. You are using daily a laptop. Okay. Kritika, would you like to share? So all of you, I hope that in your mind, like, okay, you just keep, somebody says mobile phone, tab, because nowadays we all are in so much of online education mode. These gadgets are very much handy to us, and might be more than 6-7 hours we are holding those gadgets. So just think about that object in your mind. Now, what is the main part of that object? What is the most essential part of the object? Okay. Somebody said laptop, mobile phone. What is the main part or the essential part of my laptop? Can we think about it? What is the main essential part? electricity to run the tab, no, that is called a peripheral. Okay, but now tab or the laptop, it's an object. So which is a main part of the object? Somebody might say the screen is a main part. Somebody might say microprocessor is a main part. Somebody can say that keyboard and mouse, they are the main part. Okay. Now imagine your, now some person has even shared that chair is a very common thing because we all are now sitting on the chair. What is a main essential part of the object? You remove that part from the picture. Okay. अगर आपको लगता है processor मेरा सबसे important part है, now remove the processor from the laptop. Can your laptop now work with the same efficiency? Initial thought process is what? If I remove the processor, my laptop cannot work with the same efficiency, with the same speed, it cannot do calculation. But if you observe, like if you do deep diving, if you think that if I remove the microprocessor, what I become? My laptop become a node. So how I have to run the node? Either I can connect node to the server, it become thin client. So I can connect to a server, or might be I can use some services from the cloud and then I can utilize my laptop. So now just see how innovative things are coming once you are removing the most essential part of your object. Do you agree with this, that the innovativeness will start coming if we start removing the most essential part from the objects? Does it make sense? All of us, we are on the same plane. Just think about it. What part from the chair you will remove? The sitting part of the chair, if we remove, what kind of the chair you will design? You can design something like a bin bag. You will design something like a rolling chair. Okay. So now let us see some of the examples, how people have used this creative thinking by taking the same principle. Now this is what, it's a bicycle. Now when somebody say bicycle, when we all were very young, we have observed this problem. That chain of the bicycle were derailed many times, but this cycle doesn't have a chain. So it's a chainless bicycle. So the main part by which both the wheel of the cycles were moving, we have removed that, but still it is giving us the very good functionality. So it's a chainless bicycle. This is a SIM card. Okay. You can even think small. Okay. Not necessarily always we have to think which is very huge in a nature. This is a SIM card which looks same from all the sides. So while inserting the SIM card in the mobile, there are chances you will insert in a wrong direction. So what the companies have done, they have cut one corner. So now we know that which way the SIM should go inside the mobile. So it's a small example, but still it had that innovativeness into it to solve the problem. Okay. Now somebody says the laptop or the tab. So always we can just think that instead of 3 items, whenever you have any gadget, you have a keyboard, mouse, and the gadget itself. So instead of that, can I have only one CPU? The projections will be there on the wall, and even my keyboard can be projected on my table. So only one small CPU can do all the functions, whatever is needed, without compromising the efficiency. So this is one more example where we have projected peripherals with the given CPU. Now this is like Maggie. Many of the time it falls on our shirts and then it spoils it. No. So what is main problem? The noodles are round and the fork is straight. So can we have zigzag fork? then this problem will not come. So it's a small innovation what we are putting into the system. This is interesting one. The people, those who want or those who like to read many books at a stretch, they don't want to get up. Okay, so in a chair itself, you can have the library for them. It saves the space, look elegant, and you have the comfort for the reader. This is slightly interesting. Nowadays, we all are in that COVID era. So the mask is there, which has a sensor. So it sends the air in 1 kilometer area and give you alert that this air is more contaminated or it is safe to travel into this area, something like that. So depending on air quality index, the number of virus present in the air on the bacteria, it will give you the alert on the mobile phone. So it is doing the dual process. Now this gentleman, he is wearing a watch, wrist watch. Now you can see there is no dial into it. So with what is the main part of any watch? It's a dial on which we are used to see 3 hands, second hand, minute hand, and hour hand. And then some numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 are returned, and the dial is there. Dial on circle. But here the watch doesn't have dial itself. Still, it is giving accurate time. If not, it is not even a digital watch. Okay, somebody can say, "Acha, theek hai, we will remove everything. We will put a digital clock." But this is even not a digital watch. Now, this watch is very much interesting. Okay, here, whenever somebody say watch, we have that circle in our mind, that there is a circle and we write 1 to 12 on the circle. But here you can see that there is no circle. The numbers are written vertically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And this watch doesn't have the same height of the minute hand, second hand. So the hands will increase their height or decrease their height to show the time. So this is a new mechanism. So when you remove that particular ingredient from the main dish, you will definitely have a novel dish with you. So this is a main purpose of showing you some examples. Now this is like chess. When we were very small to like young age, it is told to us that it is a square structure, 8 by 8, 8 black, 8 white, and then you have to play the chess. But these are the variants of the chess. Okay. Now 2 people only can play the chess. Here 3 people can play the chess. So this is how, when we start thinking, definitely these examples might be, I would say, giving you some impulses by which you also start thinking. Initially, you have thought of one object. Okay. So now just start thinking how creatively I can modify the current object, whatever object you might have thought of. Now, this is another level of innovation. This is a 3D chess. So it is not on one ground level or one plane. It has ups and downs, like 3D level. There are various planes on which various players are there, and then you have to do the movement. So it is giving you a feel. Actually, you are doing attack, and then king is there inside the castle. You are moving on the mountain. You are reaching near to the king, something like this. So this is layered chess. Okay. So when somebody say chess, we normally think it is horizontal. It's on the one plane, but this is 3D chess. So now it is not only for the process. We can, not for the product, I would say, it is for the process also. Now just imagine our passport renewal, or whenever you want to have the new passport. Now government has made the things, many things, not only passport, even IT return, GST filing, everything government has now made online. So that is nothing but the process innovation. So they are introducing new and new processes into the governance. Similarly, these are the chatbots. So many of the time, whenever we have any query, so at that time, we can ask the chatbot, and now it has become a very common feature, but it is a process innovation. In the foreign country during the COVID, people have used this chatbot because they have limited manpower to guide them. The government has used this facility to give instructions that if you are facing any symptoms, what to do not panic, which number you should dial, where the doctors will come, something like that. So these are the process innovations. You can just see that initially we had that set-top box in our house or might be dish TV. Now that Jio and Airtel, they are coming with single fiber. Okay, so with single fiber, you have your Wi-Fi in your house. You can watch all your entertainment channels, plus you can do phone calls. So this is the second level of process and product. Both are mixed now, hybrid innovations. People have now started using this OTT platforms. Initially, we never thought कि हम TV छोड़ के कुछ और देखेंगे. But in pandemic, many of us, we switch over to OTT platforms. So, and creations in both product also and process also. If you start thinking like you curate the problem, you sit, you incubate the problem, definitely innovative solutions will come. Now I'll wait for 30 to 40 seconds. You have imagined one object. If you have not imagined, now just think about some object, some process, or might be combination of product and process. According to you, how you can introduce that particular innovation or creativity into it. These examples I have shown so that it will help you to think in that direction. So 30 to 40 seconds I am giving you. Just think, can you do something? There should be bundle of ideas, and more than 100 people are there. So many ideas will come. Share. Okay. And according to me, all the ideas are worth. Okay, so don't be shy. Just start putting whatever is coming to your mind, that this is the existing object, but I can modify object or got few ideas, all of you. Okay. So some of them, they said that the cars will not have the wheels. That means like a tank, the tanks are moving on all the terrain. We can have some mechanism of the, I would say the belt on which the vehicles might move in future. We don't know, but your imagination, your creativity will allow you to think something which is innovative in the nature. Now, all of you got some idea, okay, what you are going to do with the idea. So how you should develop that particular idea. So there is a structured process. So suppose daily, even though I travel daily from my house to my college, daily 2 new ideas will come to my mind. Okay. So, but what to do with that idea? There is bundle of idea. If you sit in a canteen during discussion, also many ideas, they evolve. Like people discuss and they say, nahi, nahi, aisa nahi karna chahiye, aisa karna chahiye. And especially for the government and our cricket team, we always get lots of ideas. Okay. But what to do with the idea? Okay. So if we follow this structured process, what is shown on the screen, definitely there will be some innovations which you can do either as an individual or as a team, like team of teachers, team of student and teachers, like that. So now after like few slides, there is some innovative idea, something has started rolling in your mind. Okay, now you have started thinking some idea, might be not now within this 30-40 seconds, but definitely at the end of the day, there will be one idea which will come in your mind. Whenever that idea comes to your mind, we will have to flow that idea through design thinking process. That process now I'll show it to you. Once we verify that idea with the design thinking process, we have to take views from different people. Might be different age group, might be people from different I would say discipline, somebody from engineering, somebody from finance, somebody from like, I would say arts background, somebody who are just homemakers, somebody who is your kid or might be younger brother or sister. You just discuss, okay, I'm thinking like this. How do you feel about it? So that heterogeneous views definitely help us to improve our idea from all the direction. Then we have to start collecting enough data because ultimately we are going to make one product or a process. So there should be enough data that how today the things are working. We want to change something, but we should be very clear that today how it is working for us. Once we collect all the data, we should start putting data into the churning process. Now, what is critical thinking? All of us, we know that whenever we do critical thinking, like it's a churning process. So when we do churning, there are two possible outcomes. One is wish and another one is amrit. Okay. So things will come out. During churning, there are many jewels, gems, things will come. But provided that it should be a proper team who is doing a critical thinking and not criticizing each other. So if it's a critical thinking process, definitely at the end of it, innovations will come. Okay. So it's like a Samudra Manthan. When you complete, the innovations will be out. Now, how to travel on this particular path? Okay. So initially, when the idea comes to your mind, like there are many people now, they are putting on the chat box also many ideas. So when the idea will come to you, what you can do, you just see that with this idea, is that empathy component into it? Have I felt the pain of any individual person or society, or might be any incident happened to me or my near ones? If that empathy component is there, definitely we want to solve the problem. So first of all, check that where is that empathy component in my idea. If your idea doesn't have empathy component, then you have to think and rethink about the idea. So this is the first thing about the design thinking. So once that you feel there is some pain in the society or I want to solve this problem, then start defining the problem. So that is very much important. How do you define the problem? Once you define the problem, then there is a process called ideation. Okay. So in that, all the inputs you will start putting together. So it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You start building your idea. Okay, fine. I don't want to design a cycle which has a chain. Okay, accepted. But now what I'll do? So then you start thinking, you start doing literature survey, you start seeing many videos, how people are thinking. Has anybody thought like that? Or similar to this? What you start collecting that and make your idea stronger. Once it is there, like in your brain, that blueprint is ready, you can start doing prototyping and testing. You can do the manufacturing of 1 or 2 pieces. You can test into the society, whatever might be your idea. So selection of the idea, it is the main component, or like whenever we make any dish or any recipe, there is a main ingredient. So idea is a main ingredient for any process. Idea should have these 3 components. You should ask the question, am I reducing any pain through this idea? If I solve this problem, pain might not be physical. Okay. Suppose somebody designed one laptop which has less greenhouse gas. That means what? We are helping environment. So we are reducing the pain. We have to see that, are we able to use the latest technology? Wave is nothing but the latest technologies. Because if you use very old dated technology, then there is an issue of acceptance of your product. Okay. So the wave is the latest technology. Now the latest technology is e-vehicle. So then you should start thinking that, can I make something which is on that direction? Can I make electric cycle? Okay, so that wave you should feel and you should be aware about it. And then third question, that which kind of waste I am reducing? Am I reducing the time by giving the solution? Am I reducing any kind of energy waste? Am I reducing any kind of fatigue to the human being? What I'm doing? Okay, which kind of waste I am reducing? So when I start asking question to myself, okay, because I am the person who want to generate the idea, I start asking the question to myself and my team. Okay, there is, if you have a team, you can ask the questions in the team. So when we start asking this question, there is the architecture. Okay, there is a structured architecture. We have to start putting our idea into this particular architecture. So on the left hand side, the orange ones, you can see that it is pain, wave and waste. And on the purple color, you can see the top row, it is called product or a process, or sometimes you can even think about a theory. Okay, it can be hypothesis also, or it can be a new business model. Nowadays, people are doing business in a different way. Many things have come online. Then there is a chain network marketing. So you can even think on that line. So either it can be a product, it can be a process, or it can be a new theory or a business model. Now, once you design this matrix, start filling the cell into the matrix. What is a wave? Currently, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, those kind of technology, they are very much in use. So suppose I am developing any app, like I have taken an example of Arogya Setu app. So Arogya Setu app, why we have designed? Because we want to alert many people during the time of COVID that which are the area where they should not go. Backend government wants to collect a huge database of infected people. So there was a pain. We use AI/ML technology to develop that particular Arogya Setu app because that was the latest technology. And then there is a waste. Because if you go door to door and collect the data, how many COVID infected patients, and then want to create the guideline, it will take lots of time and money from the government side. Here, what we have done, we have introduced this particular app where in backend the data got collected. So we try to address all three, pain, wave, and waste when we design Arogya Setu app. Similarly, suppose you are designing some portal or some website or something like that. So you portal, they have English as a language. So somebody from the regional language want to do surfing on your portal, they feel it difficult. So can I introduce different audio languages of the country so that when I click on the Gujarati or a Malayali, on the same screen, I can navigate very easily because that English words are converted into regular language. By this, what I am doing, I try to reach to maximum people across the country. Whereas initially I was limited only to English reading people. So I have felt the pain that many people are not able to use my website, and I have changed it like that. So there are no special technology you have used. Might be you are not reducing any waste, but you feel the pain and you started designing the new portal. Similarly, like elderly people during the lockdown, they were not able to go out and get the vegetable. So many small vendors started their app, and then they started giving those grocery to people, those who are staying alone or they are not able to go out. So this is the define our innovative architecture through which we should design. Like once idea will come, how you can develop the idea. These are the steps of architecture by which we can define the idea. So does that thing make sense? Are we all on the same plane? आपको लग रहा है कि ये सही है? Do you feel that once we go through this particular architecture, we can so do you feel that if we follow the structured process, we can also develop the idea? Okay. Now, let us say how, what is the next step? Like once we get the idea, what is the importance of having the heterogeneous team? Okay. As I said, discuss your idea with many people around you, like might be of different age group, different sections they are working. They are not from your own territory, I would say. Start collecting idea with different angles. So that is importance whenever you select the team. Normally in the college, what happens? Whenever we say a team, student will start teaming up in the same division. If I am from IT department, student from IT department will come and join me in a team. So I will not take any mechanical student into my team. But heterogeneous team, if you want to really develop a very good product from your idea, you take one student from mechanical, one student from IT, one student might be from electronics, something like that. One student, if it is possible in your campus, like we have a big campus, PATIL has, where we have access to our MBA students. So take MBA students also during the product development. So this kind of heterogeneous team, when we start taking, we start getting various ideas. Okay. And this is a very well-known theory of the management. It is called the 6 heads. So why we need different people? Because some people, they believe or they only work as per the facts. If you give them facts and figures, then and then they will work. Some people are very emotional, okay? So they start feeling the problem area very soon. So in the society, if there is some issue which you want to solve, these people will identify it very quickly because they are emotional by nature. Some people are very calculated. They will say कि अच्छा ये करेंगे तो फायदा होगा कि नहीं होगा. So they will start telling you that what are the benefits, the SWOT analysis. These people are very good in making that SWOT analysis. Some people are very creative. Okay, so you give them the problem and they will definitely tell you that this is a creative way how we can do it. If you want to design your brochure, they have creative way of doing it. They are basically creative people. Okay, so you can select one creative person in your team. The blue hat people, they are very meticulous in planning. One minute they will plan that on this day what we should do, on that day what we should do. They will not allow any kind of lag in the process. So because 5-6 people, they are working on one idea, we always have, this is not the only one, no? Because we have our responsibility, social responsibility. As a faculty, we have some responsibility. So there are lapses. Sometimes chalta hai, hota hai, theek hai. That approach come into our process. So this blue hat people will always help us to be on the track. And the black hat people, they are the one who will help us that what are the legal challenges if we go ahead with the challenge. So these are the 6 different type of the people, and above that you are the main one who has that purple head, who has actually initiated with the process. So the 7 people, if the 7 brain, there are chances that one person have 2 different qualities into it. You can consider them as 2 different heads. But whenever you make a team, just take a judgment. Are Baba, how many heads I have collected till now and which one is left? So if you have a balanced team, definitely you will have a better chance of survival. Now, this is one story. When we were very small, we might have heard this story. Can anyone tell what is the moral of the story? What was the moral of the story? 5 blind men and an elephant.
Everyone has a different perspective about looking at things.
Yeah, but when to see the bigger picture, we have to take everyone's perspective into the account. Then we can see the complete picture. Otherwise, always it will be the half picture. So that is the importance of having a data collected from all the angles. Okay, so this was on the lighter note, but sometimes one picture is enough to tell what we want to actually express. Now, this is critical thinking. So it is like what I would say. The main process has started. Now you have idea. You selected your team. You now start doing analysis. You start putting many questions. How I can do, why I should do, what I will do. How can I create it in a better way? What are the points on which I should improve? Okay, so start putting questions, and on each question have the discussions. So after meetings and meetings and meetings, after 3 or 4 meetings in a healthy environment, definitely you will come up with the very good ideas. There are 7 quality tools. Okay, so you can use any one of the quality tool, or you can even use the multiple tools depending on the nature of the problem. But it is not the scope of this webinar, so I'm not covering those quality tools here. Now, once you do critical thinking, okay, you start developing your prototype, and you are in the implementation phase. Now, when you implement, during you think something like in a plan A fashion, we start designing, we start prototyping. But when we actually go and implement, we feel the real pain, whether the things we are able to implement properly or there are still some glitches. If you just see that in the 10th standard result, 12th standard result, or might be online registration of the admission, many of the time the portal get crashed. They have done all this process while developing. Even the stretch testing is also done. But still, at the real implementation time, the things fail. Okay. So if that happens, then you have to see that where, at what particular point my design failed, and then you can do adjustments. You start taking lots of feedback. अरे ऐसा क्यों हुआ? Okay. It should be again the part of your critical thinking process. Go back, and if needed, you can even moderate your idea. Okay, and you can start the whole cycle again if needed. If not, then whichever stage you failed, you can go and improvise. Now, let us see how I can find the opportunity. Because idea is there. Now I have developed some prototype. Okay. Now that prototype should give me some kind of acknowledgement either through IPR or monetary benefit or acknowledgement in my campus or anything. Opportunity can be, and for everyone it is different. Okay, but that idea, because you have done lot of brainstorming on the idea, definitely you want some fruits now for the given idea. So now let us see how I can find the opportunity for my unique idea. Now I'll explain this particular process with one small example. Okay. First of all, ask the question, where is the problem? So when you ask anyone, how is your life? What are you doing? Are you happy? They'll say, oh, I'm very happy. That means they are not able to see any problem in the society which they can solve. But when you sit on one place and start thinking, definitely there are problems which you in your own capacity can solve. So start searching the problem in the society, interact with the people and understand the pain area. Now I'll solve this with one example so that you will understand that how to identify the problem and how you can build the solution for the same. So for example, like by profession, I'm an engineer. So in the building, everybody knows that she is an engineer. She is teacher also, going to college. So in the neighboring, there are small kids. Okay. They always complain about the maths to their parents, that they find mathematics as a difficult subject. Some of the concepts they don't understand, might be in the school, might be in the coaching class, wherever they are going. So they want to, okay, fine, can you help them out? So initially, I started like telling them that what is the real-time application of this math, what they are studying. It made them very much excited. Okay, math is useful also. Otherwise, they always feel that there are some sums given to them which they have to solve. But slowly, what I realized that this is a problem not only with 4 or 5 kids, those who are coming to me, but it could be a general problem. Many of the kids, they might have some problem with the mathematics subject. Okay. So I found out the problem that there is a subject and there are people, those who have difficulty in understanding the subject. Now, what I can do now? So now let us take that, okay, that idea came. Now let us fit the idea into the framework. is that idea, if I design something for the kids, those who are in the school for mathematics, can I reduce their pain? Am I using different technology? Am I using the society? Okay. So what are your views? If I solve the mathematical challenge for the kids, if I can make math more interesting for them, where they don't have the fear. So am I reducing the pain, wave, and society? Like, am I fitting my idea into the framework? What are your views on that? Do you feel that I am solving a pain area of the people? Some of the students, those who are not able to solve the problems. If I design some interesting thing for them, will I reduce the pain? Can I use latest technologies? Because now as an engineer, I might know different technology, and definitely I can contribute towards the society. So first of all, when that idea comes to you, fit into this particular framework. Now, after that, you have to, within your team, start doing that brainstorming session. So what you are doing, first of all, you find the root cause. Okay. What is the root cause of the problem? Ask the right questions. Don't just blame कि टीचर नहीं पढ़ाते स्कूल में, स्कूल सब खराब है, कोचिंग क्लास ध्यान नहीं देते हैं. Don't do like that. Ask the right questions. What is a concept and why that particular child has a difficulty in understanding the problem? You start including different stakeholders like school teachers. You can ask some questions to them, to their parent, to their elder brother, sister, and to the child itself. You can ask because they are the end users. You have to change your perspective. Like as a dean of one institute, dealing with the very big engineers and the managers, MBA students, if a small kid comes and asks what is a solution for this mathematical problem, I should not feel कि अरे वो तो low dignity का काम है. Okay, so we have to change the perspective. We have to see that at what level we can go and we can help the people. Once we develop the idea, we should go and test the idea with the audience. Then whatever might be the feedback, okay, just embrace that particular feedback and improvise your product. Now let us see how I have done this. So initially when the problem came to me that there are students, those who are facing difficulty in mathematics, I started using one QC tool called the fishbone diagram. Sometimes we even call it root cause or the Ishivaka diagram. Then what are the main reasons? Might be faculty is not competent. The traditional way of teaching, like every teacher comes on the chalkboard or might be now in the online that Zoom mein jo whiteboard hai, teacher keeps on writing without taking acknowledgement whether the students are able to grasp or no. Students have a psychological fear, okay, okay, maths very difficult. So that is a mental block with the student. And sometimes what happens, we don't have any other pedagogy to teach the concepts to the students. We always go with the notebook, pen, chalkboard, that kind of the process. So there are no different pedagogy. We always have that monologue. Teachers बोल रहे हैं, बच्चे सुन रहे हैं. That kind of monologue patterns are there. We don't try to create different way of learning into the class. Details, like you can ask the questions. I've deliberately not put the details. In your team, like whenever you make a team, you say faculty is not competent. Then somebody might say that teacher in a school, sometimes it happens that one teacher takes history also, maths also, science also. So then they are not able to focus much on the student quality and they just complete the syllabus, rush. There are no student division के अच्छे बच्चे एक group में, mediocre एक group में, and then we give different delivery. So teacher doesn't know whether students are able to absorb or not. So this type of during discussion, this type of things will evolve, which you keep on writing into the details. So when we write, we discuss, we will come to know what are the root cause of the problem. Now, once we get the root cause of any problem, like in my case, let us say I am telling that students have a mental block, they have a fear for the maths, and teacher always use monologue teaching. Either teacher use a chalkboard or that whiteboard in that Zoom, where teacher only is solving the problem and then giving kids another problem as exercise or a homework. So they don't have any other way of teaching the concept. So that are the two major problems what during my discussion I have come out. Now we got the problem. Okay. Now what is a subject? It is a mathematics. Okay. What is a main ingredient to solve any problem in the mathematics? When somebody say multiply or add or anything, small level to bigger level, what is the main ingredient? We have pen and a paper. Okay, we need pen and a paper to solve the problem when it is maths. Now what you have to do, main ingredient is pen and paper, remove from the picture. Now you don't have pen and paper in your hand. Start thinking how you can solve the problem, how you can help that small kids to solve the mathematical exercise or the problem, whatever they are learning. So now start thinking for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Without pen and paper, I want to solve mathematical problem for the school kids. How can I do it? Let us say the topic is fraction. All of us, we know 1 by 2, 3 by 2, all are fractions that we want to teach to students. We can use models. Okay, fine. Then what else? Now pen and paper is not there. तो क्या करेंगे? The topic is fraction. You can unmute also if you want to share anything. We all are teachers, no? So we till now we are also using chalkboard teaching, PowerPoint presentation, video, and now in this online platform we are using those whiteboards. Okay, but if they are not there, somebody has written props. What kind of props? To teach the fraction, what kind of props you want to suggest? Tanu Jain has written. Would you like to share? What is your idea about the props?
There are various models, say made of paper, made of plastic, or other things where a lot of numbers are there, and they can have it. They can that can be used.
Okay. So when we use that, definitely the class will become more interesting. Class will become more interesting.
Yes, I think so.
So kids might love it because they are not writing, but they are physically involved in doing some activity, and it's an experiential learning through which we are giving them the concept. Now what I'm doing, like This is a concept which we want to teach them, that these are the fractions, which is a traditional way teachers are teaching them the fraction in the class. And then in the notebook, the students are solving many problems, addition of the fraction, subtraction of the fraction. What I have done, like we all are playing the cards, deck of cards, okay? So for each fraction, I have designed different numbers, like 1 by 2 is equivalent to 35 by 17, 12 by 24, something like that. So 52 cards are designed with different fractions. These are playing cards, okay? Now what the students have to do, the students have to play this card. They can play with different games with the card. Whatever game with our regular with this fraction cards. So here student can, like you can divide them into team. They can, one person can take out the card of 1 by 2. Another team can show 35 by 70. If the fraction match, then both of them will get 1 point, something like that. Even you can teach them addition of the fraction, division of the fraction. You can play the game, memory game, like put all the cards upside down and then collect the fractions which are same in a number. Something like that. Whatever game we used to play with our regular cards, we can play all the games with the fraction cards. So this is now what you are doing with the students. There are three kind of the learners always. What you have done, you try to match everybody's learning pattern with your product. So the people, those who are visual, can observe the numbers and match. Those who are audio learner, what you are doing, teachers are giving instructions, they are listening and they are doing it. So this type of the, I would say, a prop or a design or idea or a product, when we use, what we are doing, we are solving the basic problem of fear. क्योंकि किसी बच्चे को कार्ड प्ले करने में कोई fear नहीं है. So they will come, they will join hands with their friends or family. They start playing and then they play for multiple times. With this game, they are able to solve more and more problem for the concept. So after designing this card, what you can do, you have to go and check your prototype. That was your prototype. Idea tha. What you have done with your idea, you have put your idea into that architecture of pain, wave, and society. You have developed the prototype. Now what you are doing, you are going to either school or might be you are collecting students from your own campus in your building or might be nearby area, and you allow students to play with these cards and just observe. Are they happy? Are they facing any kind of difficulty in understanding it? Or they, before doing your playing with your card, what was their intellect level? After playing with your card, how improvise, what kind of improvisation happened? So you have to take your prototype into the target audience. So for this concept, they were the target audience. Now what you have to do as a designer, you start taking the feedback. So you just ask them, because they are very small, no? So you ask them, how do you feel? Are you happy? Anything which you want to improve? These are the feedbacks what you start collecting. You ask parent, okay, would you like your child to be trained like this? Because it's a different method now. It's not the way tuition teacher or class teacher was teaching. It is a different way. Will parent be ready to pay for it, or might be parent actually accept that method for the child's learning? Ask teachers that if you want to apply this into your class, how do you do a class management? Which way you want to allow students to play this game? From where people can buy this? Okay. You go to various toy exhibition and exhibit your product and start getting different inputs. This is the most important point after idea and prototype. When you start collecting constructive feedback from everyone, from all the angles, you are definitely going to improve your product design, concept, costing, because sometimes people even give you feedback for cost. So everything, when you start collecting, when somebody say he reduce the cost, definitely you have to go back to which material you have used. So you have to go back, might be to prototyping. Okay. Somebody say "No, it's very difficult, we are not able to understand." You have to go back to the ideation stage. So start working on your feedback once your idea has traveled through the journey of testing. You have developed a prototype, you have given to the testing in the real environment. Start doing slowly, definitely as per the feedback, you keep on improving the product. It's a continuous process. So it is not one time process, but you keep on improving the versions and versions and versions. So how the designs will improve? There should be collaboration between some game designer and the teachers. Okay, because teachers have never experienced this kind of the thought process. And as a creative team of you and your teammates, you have come up with some very good solution, but you cannot go school to school. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to collaborate with the faculty members who can actually demonstrate your concepts into the class for the end user. Then it should be played in class along with the different topic and schedule. Okay, sometimes you can go, you can take workshops. You can do very good digital marketing for your product and you can launch the product into the system. You can put it on Amazon and many people can buy something like that. Now, when you do initial idea to product development, now the third phase of actual entrepreneurship comes into the picture, that you have to complete this business model canvas. Now, daily we see Shark Tank. Okay, you get that 2-minute pitch, and in that either funding will come or it will not come. So that depends on the design of business model canvas. So this is a structured process. You have to start giving answer to all the questions. Who are my key partners? Are this particular school my key partner? Teachers are my key partner? Coaching class are my key partner? Or I am in the business of B2C. मुझे किसी की जरूरत नहीं है. I'll directly go to the student and sell my product. So either it is B2B or B2C. What all activities you want to promote? What are your resources? So when you complete this business model canvas, you actually get a cost structure. What is the unit cost of your product and what are your revenue streams, where all you can do, how much offline marketing, how much online marketing, at what time, how much will be the sell, something like that. When you start giving the answers here in the business model canvas, we start getting the response from ourselves. Okay, this is for us, those who are the people, those who are mentoring entrepreneurs or those who want to become entrepreneurs. So you have to keep on filling the details. Over the period, the details will increase. Initially, you might feel only one key partner, but after 15 days, another person will come. You can make them also partner, something like that. So detail will keep on increasing. Now, how you can go from idea to entrepreneurs? Okay. So first of all, idea was there. You have applied design thinking process. You have gone through the prototyping. You went into the market and test that whatever is your thought process, is it acceptable as it is or no? And then you have done the improvement. And finally, now you are entrepreneur, or might be whichever startup you are a mentor, they are doing very good into the market. So this is a roadmap from idea to entrepreneurship. And then there are successful startups, people become unicorn companies. And now there are lots of platforms. Even for kids, there are lots of platforms. For elderly people, there are platforms on which we can pitch the idea. We might get the funding, we can get the mentorship, and we can develop our idea, which can see the light into the society. When somebody is using our product and we see that it's I think more satisfying thing that we have solved some problem which is existing in the society, and people are using that particular thing for the benefit. So in that way, your startup can be launched, or you can help your students to launch their startup. So at the end, what I would like to conclude is find out the idea which is helpful to the society by design thinking process. So there is architecture, you have to fit your idea into it. This is a main ingredient. Idea is a main ingredient. Second is you have to apply the steps of critical thinking, because jab tak samudra manthan nahi hai, you will not get either wish or amrit, whatever you want. So you have to but churn. Okay, during churning process, there are many things which will come out, which will help you to success, okay, which will reduce the rate of the failure. So critical thinking is the second thing which you should do it very thoroughly, and it should be critical thinking and not criticizing. Normally what happened during discussion, it become personal and we say, okay, because of you something has happened, because of him or her something has happened. So instead of that criticizing, do a critical thinking and implement your innovation and convert them into the business case. Okay, I have taken a small example how the small problem of helping kids can lead you to the business. Okay, one day it can be a game industry, we don't know. Okay, slowly you can grow into it. The way Byju's are there in the digital market, there could be one mathematic game market developed by you. We don't know, in future this also can happen. So these are the conclusions from my side. If you have any questions or you further want to deliberate on your experience, you can just share with us on the platform. Still we have 5 minutes. So any one of you have any feedback or want to discuss anything?
Yes, dear participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself or you can put the questions in the chat box. Ma'am, it's wonderful and interactive session. The participants has written the feedback in the chat box.
That is okay, but session should help you to at least think about one idea which you can implement to solve the problem of the society. Then it's a real feedback. Like, so has it helped you to get any idea which you might in future, it might not be immediate, but might be in future you can help society to solve some problem. If you have not thought of, start thinking about it. Okay, and if you have not understood any process or any part in the discussion, you can ask idea to entrepreneurship, anything. If you have not understood, you can ask, I'll answer that. Somebody has asked about the fishbone diagram. So fishbone diagram is a quality tool. Okay, So that help you to find out actually what is the root cause of the given problem. Let us say, I'll give example. If you remember few years back, the Kalpana Chawla and the space shuttle accident, that they were coming from the space to the earth, and when they entered into the orbit of the earth, there was a massive fire and we lost 7 people into it. Now, what was the root cause? Why that has happened? This is a thing which was a news story, okay? And it was given to all of us on the news channel. But as a NASA, they will not suspend their missions henceforth. Definitely, they are going to send few more astronauts into the space. So they should know the root cause of the accident. Okay, ये क्यों हुआ? Okay. So when you have that kind of the scenario where you want to know actually why it has happened, this kind of the diagrams, it is called a tool. Okay, it's a quality tool. So these tools help you to find out the reason why, and it will also tell you that in future, if you don't want to repeat the same mistake, what all you should avoid. So whenever there is something you want to find out the root cause of the problem, we use this fishbone diagram. Seven quality concepts are very well available on the net also. Standardized process. Personally, if you are interested, I'll send across my PPTs also to you. You share your mail ID and I'll send across 7QC tool PPT and how you can apply those 7QC tool with your academic process. Okay. So I have taken one second.
Ma'am, I have WhatsApp you the mail ID.
Sure, no problem. So I'll send across.
The same mail ID I did WhatsApp to you.
Okay, no problem. Suraj, no, I'll send.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a very great session, and definitely your PPT will help me. I would like to interact with you here onwards also. I have noted your email ID, so I will definitely get back to you. This is Sania from Nashik. Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you so much.
And if possible, can you share your PPT to me so I can share it with the participants? It will be helpful for them.
Okay. So only in the new year, let us all become creative and innovative, because with NEP 2020, that is a need of an hour. And as a nation also, we are growing in our innovative index. So we teachers will produce innovative citizens for tomorrow. So let us all become creative and innovative. Thank you so much, all of you, for patient listening, participating into the session. And DY Patil College, all the authorities and the management team for having this session. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your valuable guidance. You made the entire session very interesting. We look forward to your session in future as well. Ma'am, you are already associated with DYPIMR. This is the second time we are having your session, and every time you rock.
Thank you so much.
Thank you once again, ma'am, for your valuable time.
Thank you. All the best to all of you. Bye.
Yes. Bye, ma'am. So, dear participants, the Kamal Shah ma'am's the session is the last session for the day 1 FDP. And I think all the participants have enjoyed the day 1. And of course, lot of learnings are added in this particular topic, design thinking. Today, we are really very fortunate that we have heard 3 deans from different universities, and really they have presented this topic very well. So let's conclude for the today. Tomorrow, with the same link, we will meet at 10:30. Same link will be there. Again, tomorrow we have 3 sessions. It will start from 10:30 and it will end at 4 p.m. Agenda for tomorrow will be shared on WhatsApp group. Yes, anybody, any doubt? or anything would like to share? Once I
Yes,
get the PPT from the resource person, definitely I will share it on a WhatsApp group.
yes, ma'am. I have one doubt, ma'am. What should I write for our last name? I only use my name Shivam. First name is only Shivam. There is no last name, and it is compulsory to fill second name also.
So just write down not applicable. It's okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Feedback link of the day one is shared in the chat box as well as on WhatsApp group. I request everybody kindly feed the feedback. So it will help us as well as it will help the resource person. So all the participants are requested to fill the feedback form.